Hello everyone, and welcome to Pathfinder Bears campaign thing that we haven't named yet, really, but it's Bears GMing and I'm not, so yay!
Name it.
Yeah. So we're gonna be playing some Pathfinder. Level 2, starting out Bears campaign. And we've got our various characters. We'll do the introductions after Bear does some introducing stuff, so Bear, take it away.
I'm Bear. You've probably seen me if you watch Pathfinder at all recently. Um, I did this campaign for shits and giggles and also to replace the vampire that had been cancelled, unfortunately. I'm a bit rusty and a bit out of it today, so expect some derps, but it's fine. It's all in good fun. The way I'm doing this is I don't have a 100% developed campaign setting. I start off in a town, I develop that town, I have some vague areas anywhere else, and I'll develop it as the PCs go along, or if they have suggestions for I was born in this place over here, and I'll hand wave it. Like they build a world with me and as they explore. So that's my strategy.
So we're sort of like a little bit more sandbox than Adventure Path, is what you're saying?
Yep, first few sessions I'm planning on being sandboxy just so I can get a feel for the party, what they do, how they're capable, so I don't immediately murder you or make things too easy. So I'm getting a feel for the party the first few sessions.
Lovely.
That's my plan. And then let us move on to character introductions from left to right on Elf's screen to make it easier.
Okay, so that's me, then Phoenix, then Bob, then Lannis. So
yep.
we will start with me. I personally am Distracted Elf, but my character for this particular game is Kira Lansley. She is a wizard. She is a very studious individual, very focused on knowledge and learning and so forth. She carries many large books with her. She's a small girl. Many large books that are constantly encumbering her. Like she's not super great at that stuff. She's not entirely very good at being aware of her surroundings, though she is very knowledgeable once she does see what's going on. She is very sort of focused on how do I put this particularly? She's very focused on, like, if she doesn't know something, she'll want to learn immediately about it. Though she has a couple of fields of study. She does not know any conjuration or evocation magic, but otherwise she is a universalist, level 2 wizard. Yeah. Okay, so Phoenix.
Alright, so my guy is Jenin. He is a level 2 fighter human, because everybody fucking hates humans, so it's great. Okay. Gotta interrupt me. God.
I will interrupt you. I'll kick you going.
He pretty much lived on the street. His father died when he was young and was given a ring by his father. And doesn't know what that ring is yet. I was given that ring by Bear, and apparently there's gonna be some plot development on that, which I'm excited about. And he always saw traveling bands, traveling performers, and now thinks of life as a performance that he can be the star of. So he's gonna be fun with character interactions. Next.
Ooh. Bob.
I am Darak in Undine Oracle, and he was exiled from his village in his teen years for being god-touched and has traveled trying to find a new place to settle down for about 12 years. Sometime during his travel he found a goblin and managed to steal a ring from the goblin, and while trying to get away, the goblin caught up, and again he managed to trick and riddle him into leaving him alone. Think Gollum. And
Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So I'm Lannis. My character is Seshwani. She is Vishanka Serpentine Sorceress. She is 17, her blood is poisonous, and she doesn't know what the fuck is over her life. That's it.
Cool.
Truly.
I can't understand any of that introduction.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm used to it.
Shit on the recording.
Something about
sorry.
17 and something about not knowing what to do with their life. That's what I heard.
Sorcerer. That's what I got.
She's, sorry, she is Vishanka. She's a serpentine sorceress. Her blood is poisonous. She's 17, and she doesn't know what the fuck to do with her life.
Cool.
Serpentine sorceress,
Better?
blood is poison,
Got it.
doesn't know what to do
Tanya.
with her life. Okay.
I got it.
Alright. Oh yeah, okay. I always mix up how to pronounce like half of the race names.
Because they're
All right.
fucking weird. That's why.
Yeah, some of them are really weird. Alright, well, because of ease of DMing, you're all starting either in or around the city of Darshal. It is a coastal city. It specializes in fur trade and tourism because of some of the sites there, like the large statues overlooking the harbor and some of the treasure hunting expeditions for people who want to have a chance at finding lost pirate ship artifacts.
Lost pirate ship artifacts. Yeah.
Equal parts legitimate and tourist trap. You know the you know the deal. And so you're all coming here
Artifacts.
for your own reasons. By boat to refuge, work. Maybe you've lived here all along. I'd like to go down a line to cover why you're here, how long you've been here, and where you are currently.
Cool.
So that'll help me, and that'll give everyone else an idea. So down.
Okay, so I'll start then.
Yep.
So Kira's recently been separated, or she's recently departed from her former master, who she was learning under, sort of a tutor. She for reasons unknown departed his service. Whether she was kicked out or whether she went on her own, who knows? But she's been in Darshal pretty much all her life. Darshal is her home city. She doesn't do a lot of traveling, and there's plenty of libraries, places to study here, plenty of interesting things, and lots of cultures clashing due to the trade and so forth, so lots of different artifacts passing hands and that sort of thing, so it's plenty well enough for her. She doesn't really need to travel too much. She's currently holed up at one of the local inns. I believe you gave me a handout. The King's Crown. Right? She's currently holed up at the King's Crown, where she's got a room that she's had for a couple of weeks. And she's just kind of spending her day-to-day time with the money that she has, not really taking on any jobs or anything at the moment, though she's been doing a little bit of sort of like notary work almost, like documentation and, inscription and so forth for various people who have sort of seen her scribbling things at tables, but she's just been involved in her own study and sort of self little bubble, doing her thing.
There is you would call it a church, but it's more of an archive of Nethys, the god of magic. That might be of interest to Kira. There's a lot of archiving being done, scribe work, so she might be able to pick up a few jobs here and there for some of the clergy members there who have too much time on their hands, or not enough time on their hands to do the work they need. So you'd be able to scrape by some income and some relevant knowledge as well there.
She is happy to assist those in the service of Nethys, the god of magic, because magic is great. She is a magical student. She is a wizard. She looks like a wizard. She wears the robes of a wizard and has the trappings of wizardry. Her glasses, and like always untidy blonde hair, yellow, brown, beige sort of robes in layers, various sort of books and stuff with her all the time. Ink stains, so forth.
Despite being a temple or a church to Nethys, you mostly find scholars there, and even a few arcane casters, so rather than, say, clerics or anyone else of the sort, you'll be able to talk with them and, generally socialize. It's probably a good place for your character as well as the King's Crown. Alright, Jenin. Jenin. Okay, good. Got it first
All
time.
right. So what Jenin has been doing is going from town to town, seeing whatever he can help with and whatever he can do. Because out of all performances that you see, you always need a hero. So that's what Jenin thinks his life needs to be. He needs to become the hero. So what he's doing in this town is he's going around finding different jobs, seeing whoever needs help. Even if it's from, like, trying to help a small cat out of a tree to, you know, going to kill a bunch of goblins. Jenin is the hero type. By the way, he's also chaotic good. I changed it up a little bit for you guys. You're welcome. Just a little bit.
Let's see how that goes.
Well, being in a tourist town, and you tend to find a lot of people who need assistance, as well as the locals and some people on the outskirts outside the walls who occasionally ask for help from people in town. So you're at almost no shortage of work, even though most of what you get is small, like you said, helping cat out of the tree. You know, help Granny move her groceries to her hut. It's small, but you get some money for it. People thank you profusely, and eventually you garner. It's not a huge reputation due to the size of the city and the nature, but you're known around a few places where jobs tend to be posted or people asking for help and all of that.
By the way, Jenin's the kind of guy, like, if any of the other people have gone by, if he was helping a cat out of the tree, he would be like, "Come, people! Watch me help this feline out of this great danger! Watch the hero climb this massive tree and save this poor cat."
People walk by and think he's some kind of, like, performance artist or something. Like,
your reputation is mixed, obviously, because you do get the job done, but some people think you're kind of weird for that. But you do nice things, and people respect you for that.
oh, it's the weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
It's that guy.
All right, now Bob, onto your character.
Derek has probably just arrived in town
Mhm.
and hanging around the docks because water. Just trying to find other Undine to mingle, see if they know anything about any towns outside of Darshal that he could possibly start moving towards. Maybe he'll put out a fire if he sees one.
All right, that works. That works because Darshal is a seaside city, and it sees a lot of variety in terms of population. You do find a relatively large number of Undines, like compared to the population, or compared to, say, the capital city, which is vastly human. They don't seem to live in clustered groups. They're kind of scattered all around the city. They don't have too much of a collective culture on their own, but you do manage to make some connections due to your common ancestry, and they tell you of a couple little fishing villages here and there. They do rather well because of the Darshal is a trade city, so they trade fish and other goods all the time back and forth. So there are some nearby. One is farther north-ish, just past the border of the sentient forest, or greenwood, as they call it, to make it simpler for the tourists. So you do learn the location of several cities, several towns, mostly along the coastline, and you put it on fire.
Yay!
Put
I can put out magical fires too.
fires.
Yes.
You put like one fire too. So Johnny, she is probably here around the valley, so she can try to either have acidly.
It's a little hard to hear you.
Control
Linus.
yourself, guys.
I'm sorry. Let's just.
Sorry.
Shit.
It's just very crackly and sort of laggy.
How can
I don't think there's really anything you can do about it. I think we just gotta keep going, but, you know. The
Mm.
other two of you, just control yourselves, Jesus.
Anyway, she has arrived here around, I don't know, a week or so, she has been trying to haphazardly maybe try her traits or her non-human traits. She has been performing. That would be more of it. Yeah, she's a performer. She may scam people a bit if she has a chance, but I doubt. I doubt if she can. In such a big city, it would attract too much. So yeah, that would not be good.
If if she's careful, she might be able to scam people here and there, but it wouldn't happen often because of all of the guards around, especially in the big market strip running from the entrance to Darshal all the way to the harbor. A lot of traffic. You can get away with quite a bit if you're careful. But as for performances, you find street corners usually not your best bet. Actually, it's the inns and other such establishments that are good for performances. If you're decent, they'll go ahead and have you. They'll have you in, might even give you free lodging for some performances if they get a portion of the tips. You know, they work out business deals with you. You can keep on moving from establishment to establishment as well.
Great, cool.
All right, so Kira.
Yep.
While you are in the, I keep forgetting the word, the Temple of Nethys one day, you notice a lot of items are being packed up and moved by I'm just going to use clergy, by the priests of the clergy.
The curator or whatever.
The curators and the archivists, which is a bit odd to you because the entire time you've been here, there has been some reorganizing of, you know, certain books and scrolls and papers just to make room for more or to just reinvent the organization system. But this time they're actually starting to pack up certain things, probably for transport. And this isn't usually the type of place to give these sorts of things.
So is there anybody nearby I can sort of ask about this, or is there any like notification, sort of like documentation anywhere that's sort of like we are, you know, lending our artifacts to our sister city, blah blah blah, you know what I mean, like any of that kind of thing?
There is no documentation around that you can find, but there are people moving about.
So I'm gonna, as I'm sort of like finishing for the day, you know, with whatever notation that I've been doing, I'm sort of Kira's packing up like all of her stuff and just getting ready to leave. And as she's heading out, she's looking around at like the people who are packing all the sort of more common artifacts away. And she looks over to whoever it looks is like sort of most in charge, you know.
Okay, yeah.
And goes up to them and says, "Excuse me, I was wondering if I could ask a few questions about where all of the items are headed."
The woman looks like a redhead human, looks to you and offers you a polite smile. Well, one of our associates and, I guess, sponsors out of town has requested some items, and we are more than happy to acquiesce to his requests. It's only a few things here and there, but he's hoping to return them within the year. It's heading over to a small town in the north called Norin. It's weird why he doesn't live in Darshal, but he tends to be a little reclusive, as you can tell with some casters, people of the arcane arts.
So he wants them for a private collection, or just security-wise, or?
I think he's started a new project of sorts. There's a lot of, she looks over the stack of books in her hand. A lot of transmutation-related material, maybe a little divination. There's patterns in what he's requesting, so I'm assuming he's working on something new.
Right. She sort of digs into her like belt pouch and pulls out like a little, you know, notepad with an ink pen, and sort of writes a couple of things down, like, oh, new project, something going on with the artifacts, you know. She goes, what's the name of this benefactor?
His name is Janvin. Let's write that down.
Hang on.
He's an older man,
I am
quite eccentric.
also gonna take that down.
You know what? I'm actually gonna keep notes this time.
You said Jandin?
Janvin.
Janvin?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Right. I don't suppose you know if he's hiring any new blood or anything like that for whatever this project might be.
I'm not sure. I haven't heard much from him, but it's possible. He's known to take on apprentices and, I guess, study partners of lower knowledge levels from time to time. It wouldn't harm much to ask, and you accompanying the goods there would assure they're safe.
I suppose I could go with the things. Yeah. No problem. And I'll ask when I get there if he has anything that might be of interest. I mean, if he's moving all these things, he can't be just for no reason, right?
Exactly. It's probably either something important or something he feels important, or he's just impatient. And we've had some books pulled just because he wants them now, but harmless. He returns them in just as good condition as they left, so no worries there.
Can you give me an inventory if I'm to accompany the goods to meet up with this Janvin fellow, Mr. Janvin, or is Janvin his first name?
Janvin's his first name.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll try and figure out what his last name is, because referring to him as Janvin when I meet him probably won't, endear me to him or anything.
He's a little odd, yes.
Anyway, if you could provide me with an inventory of all the items that we'll be bringing to Mr. Janvin, that would be most helpful, because if I arrive with something and it's not on the catalog, then I might be the one who is held responsible, shooting the messenger and so forth.
Of course. I'll have one of the others write you up a full inventory. We'll keep the originals, of course. I'll have someone write you up a copy within the day.
Perfect. Okay. I'll hang around for a little while here in the temple and just survey everything, and let me know when things are going to be headed off. I have to go up to the King's Crown and settle my debt there and everything. I'm keeping a room, and I'm not going to want to keep the room if I'm not in the city. You understand?
Of course. While we're still organizing the whole caravan business, if you happen to know anyone who's familiar with, guarding, and we're looking for people to watch the goods on the way there to make sure no one steals them. There have been no brigands or signs of bandits along the roads for years now, but it's best to make sure.
I know. I'll there are people who do those things professionally. I'll put up a notice, and we'll see if I can garner any attention for our valuable convoy.
Thank you. We'll cover any expenses for them, of course, but your help is always appreciated.
Oh, no problem. I'm sure we can find somebody who's interested, as I am, in the arcane merits of this particular adventure.
Thank you very much. It's been wonderful having you here.
Oh, no problem at all. And she sort of scampers off after that to go and deal with her lodgings. To go and deal with her lodgings at the King's Crown. Yeah, but it's good for character. It makes me feel more in character to use glasses.
You need to get some actual, non-glasses so you can do it for your character, because you're gonna hurt your eyesight.
Oh no, it's
actually seriously worried here.
It's fine. It's not bad, Phoenix.
Alright.
They're prescription glasses. They're made for me.
Alright, so moving on.
I can say, she goes to put the notice up and everything at on the board for like the jobs and so forth, small times jobs. She puts the notice up, and awaits contact. Basically, she goes to the King's Crown and sort of sets herself up at the table. In the notice, it says we'll be waiting at the King's Crown. At the third table from the left. Come and I will vet you personally. Sort of thing.
All right, that's good. Flinnack looks it over. He's fine with it. He hadn't heard news about this whole moving business, but he trusts you. You've been here for a while, and you're not the type to start luring people outside of the city and killing them and robbing them. So
No, she certainly doesn't seem the
you're
type.
cool. No, exactly. So he pins that up. No issues there, and goes back to his business. Jenin, you
Yes.
just finished helping your third cat out of the tree for today. It's the same cat. You don't know how or why.
Impressive.
That thing scratches me every single time. But I did my heroic duty today.
The
That's all
neighbors
that
have
matters.
recommended it be an inside cat, but no matter what's tried, it continues getting out and into that tree. You don't know what it is, but there it is.
I'll cut that tree down later.
So, heroic job well done. You make your way over to the King's Crown, since you have free time and energy. That didn't take much effort. You're quite used to that cat now.
Yeah, me and that cat's gonna get together and do things on the weekends. Alright,
Play
so
poker. Yeah.
I'll go to the King's Crown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thirsty for a beer with all that climbing in the hot sun all day. Probably got a little bit of a sunburn going on, but that's fine. And yeah, I'm just gonna go to a table. One beer, please.
You see Flynn Mac, the bartender, wave from across the room and start getting things ready. You assume one of the big orcs is probably going to bring that over to you. They, unfortunate for them, they double as servers half the time. It's just rather entertaining. But
They're
yeah,
walking down, bumping into tables while they're going.
essentially they lack the grace of, say, an elf.
Oh god, please. Please, don't roll a D100 and under 50 it spills on me.
No. They're well practiced, but the bumping and jostling is real.
Oh god.
As you enter, you have visited here earlier in the day because Flynn Mac usually posts a delivery list. Sometimes it's things you might be interested in. Half the time it's just mundane crap that regular couriers don't want to bother with. But you notice something new posted to the board, obviously. That's about it. It's warm and inviting in the King's Crown. The music is playing quite softly, not as
By the way,
energetic as usual.
the new note posted on the board, if it's my note,
Yep, that's yours.
there,
Yep.
is written on very nice sort of, formal paper. It's not like a scrap of paper written like, need 3 sheep, for trade.
Yeah.
It's like lined paper, like cleanly written, like in proper shorthand that she's obviously taken time, sort of even calligraphied a little bit, like the T at the start for like the people, that I'm looking for. Like it's all really nice, and there's like a proper title outline and like a contract, like sort of sign area at the bottom and everything. It's like a really, really nice document. It's like really well created.
So
Yeah,
Jen,
Jen, and when you walk in, you see a paper that screams, I might be rich, but I'm definitely educated."
Jennings sitting there drinking his beer. He sees this paper and he's thinking to himself, what in a performance would I do? Get up and read the paper. This is adventure! And he goes over with beer in hand, gets down, looks at the paper, starts reading. What does it say?
It's something to the effect
Sure.
of, to the person who reads this notice, I, Kira Lansley, am looking for a series of stalwart adventurers to accompany me in the escort of very valuable goods towards a where was it, Bear? Sorry, the location?
It's the north. It's a town called Norin.
Norin. To accompany a convoy of goods from the Temple of Nethys all the way to Norin, where we will be delivering them to a Mr. Janvin, a wealthy benefactor of the temple itself. Should you want to contact me about this job and about the opportunities that it presents for you and your companions, I will be sitting at the table third to the left, furthest back in the second room, here at the King's Crown. If you look across the King's Crown, you can actually see her, like, set up at this table with all her books and stuff, like, clearly just, like, waiting for people to reply to the message. And in fact, she's looking sort of furtively over the top of a book as you're looking at the the notice, like somebody's reading it, you know, like.
Well, I'm not gonna look at you yet. What you're gonna hear is me shout, "Ah! A damsel in distress! Perfect job for a hero!" And then he's going to look around like, where is she? Where is she? Where is she?
What table
And then,
was
like,
it?
catch your eye, look at him, and he's gonna go, "Ah, miss, are you the one for the job?"
Yeah, you come over here. You know, she sort of like doesn't want to shout across the tavern, like going like, come and sit down.
Zenon's just gonna stride over like, "Ah, a good day's work today instead of catching cats."
You are. Did you sit down at the table and stuff?
Oh, of course.
Okay, so she hears that and she's like, "You are regularly a catcher of cats? What let me." She sort of straightens herself up and like, you know, brushes some folds out of her robes and picks up a paper from in front of her and sort of, you know, straightens the papers out like a pile of paper, straightens them out and flicks through them and goes, "Oh yes. What do you think qualifies you to join me on this particular expedition, sir?" Like, asking
Jenin.
for your name. Jenin.
My name
Yes.
is Jenin.
So what particular things do you think qualify you exactly to come with us and guard these very valuable artifacts?
I am a hero of the lands. I will smite any evil. I will help any damsel in distress. I will catch any cat out of a tree. And I will just... You'll be protected. Don't worry. I got this.
You you realize this is a guard mission, right? We're just making sure that nothing happens to the goods. It's very low key. You don't need to worry about rescuing or helping or just watch the caravan. Do you understand?
A measly simple task for a hero like myself. I can do this.
Oh, well, good. Yeah, fine, perfect. So sign here. She takes out a paper and sort of hands it over to him immediately, and it's just at the bottom there. Here's a pen. You know, hands him an ink pen as well. She's got like ink stains all over her like fingers, and you know, clearly she's been writing and generally dealing with all this stuff all day.
So Jenin's gonna look at it, go gink, gink, into the ink, and then sign Jenin.
Ah, perfect. Okay. She takes the paper away and she says, "All right. So according to this contract, what you have to do is you have to find me another 2 people, because it's a 3-man job, and you signed a contract for a 3-man job. So you need to find another 2 people for me, and bring them back here, and then we'll be going on our convoy. So I'll wait for you here, while you go and get your 2 friends, and we'll set off as soon as you're ready." Oh, well, as soon as the artifacts are ready. They'll tell me when that is, but as soon as I'm ready, you'll be... Just go and find 2 people, okay? And she sort of gets back to, like, writing her own thing now. She just, like, has finished with you and goes back to writing her own little document here that she's working on. It's clearly in some kind of shorthand. You can't understand what she's writing, even if you looked. It's, like, her own little, you know, like, writing things fast sort of language.
Jenin's a hero. He wouldn't care what you're writing about.
Heroes don't need to read.
Heroes only need to fight and save.
Didn't you put one?
So
Rescue
Jenin's just
cat.
going to sit there looking at you for a second like, crap, what do I do now? I'm a hero! I got this! I can do this! The show must go on! And starts to leave the bar.
Wow. Yeah.
Sorry,
You can leave.
did I mess anything up by doing that?
Oh no, just Jenin's flashiness. All right, Darak, what are you doing?
Where
Put yourself
exactly
anywhere.
in town is the tavern? King's
Pardon?
Tavern.
Where is it?
The King's Crown, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just off of the market district in in the middle of town, if you're talking about between the harbor and the main road. It's in a place called The Walk. Think of like the Strip from Las Vegas, just a bunch of inns and taverns. Some of them gimmicky and themed, some of them are high class. You know, a huge variety there, and the King's Crown is located there. You can find it quite easily due to the wooden sign with like the brass crown almost stuck on the corner.
Alright. So yeah, I'll probably be heading out of town, having heard news of different Undine villages along various paths. And I guess I will probably run into a sign, because I'm looking at signs, and not paying attention to where I'm going.
It's a low sign. It's the whole establishment is owned by a gnome. It's a low sign.
Yeah, I'll definitely run into it then, because
Jen, as you're walking out, someone walks into a sign. They're obviously not paying attention. They're looking for something else, and just like whoop, it stuns them. They get whacked in the face. Thankfully, the sign swings a little bit, or not. Thankfully, it's coming its way back, but you don't get hit hard.
So Jennan's going to run over and stop the sign from hitting him in the face for a second time, and go, "Good sir, are you all right? You just smacked your face into that sign."
Yeah, yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. And who are you?
I am Jenin the Great, the hero of these lands. And you?
Dark. Fish person. How are you a hero? I've never heard of you before.
Ah, not many have.
His head.
My heroism isn't known for many in these lands. I bring swift justice to evil and anyone who comes before me, and I have saved many damsels in distresses.
Interesting. Would you happen to know anybody at all heading north out of town? I'd hate to travel alone.
Anybody heading north? Jen's gonna sit there and think for a minute. Do I know anybody going north?
Derek's just gonna look around while you're thinking, just like, where am I?
The goods caravan is heading north. You know that.
While you're looking around, you're gonna hear, "Ha!"
What? What?
I'm heading north. That's right. I forgot. I'm heading north. Me and a band are thinking of going north and protecting supplies or something. Damsel in distress. Something along those lines. And I am looking for 2 other people to join me.
I'm a person.
Alright. And now, what your job will be to do is find our last person. That's all you have to do, and we will accept you.
I can't believe you're trying to do the same trick that Kira did to you, to Daruk.
Why is that my job? Why?
It's a test to see if you can help us. Or if you'll be useful. And so I can do less.
Hey, fine. Who am I looking for?
A person able to swing a weapon or cast a spell or do something to protect goods.
Right.
Don't worry, you won't have to do most of the fighting. I am the hero of this tale.
Of course. Heroes tend to fight.
I didn't know we were writing it down. I don't think it's a tale yet.
Carrie, you're not here.
I know. I'm gonna shut up now.
Oh, right.
So just one more person, and then
I am the hero of this escort mission.
meet us in the bar right there.
The one I just ran into.
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
Just don't run into it again.
No promises. I tend to run into things.
All right.
And Jenin's going
Sejuani...
to stride back into the bar.
So I assume could just be in the bar performer.
Yeah, yep.
Sweet.
You can
Okay,
switch off
I'll-
with the other bards. You can be performing. Yep.
Yeah, I will go and read it because sometimes it's, the jobs are pretty safe and almost free way to get to other towns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go and look for Kira and just stand there and look at her.
So Kira's yeah, sitting at the table as she was. So you come up to her. Do you have like the notice in your hand or anything?
I said, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you will know.
You,
Unless we're not looking at me reading.
yeah, I mean she's in the middle of sort of like reading stuff. But as soon as yeah, that is what I'm doing, Bob. That is what I'm doing. Okay. That is what I'm doing. Anyway.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
So, Sewani comes up to the side of the table, and Kira looks up and goes, "Oh, I didn't see you there. Can I help you? Anything?"
Yes, I am very interested in the job that you offer.
Oh, yeah. Just right. Okay. It's just you know the details, right? You read the notice. You know everything.
Yes, I did.
Hang on one second. And she sort of digs through her little pile of papers and pulls one out and goes, "Just sign this." Hands over the pen as well.
How big is that?
The contract?
Way,
it's
how
like
big is
just
that?
a page. It's just a page of text.
Okay, I'll take my time reading that. Not gonna do
It basically just outlines that, you will see the job through to the end, blah 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 blah. There's nothing about anything like Jenin had, which is like hiring additional people or whatever. That's not in this one because she already knows that Jenin's doing that, so she doesn't need it in this secondary contract that she's written up. So it's legit. It's just like, you are interested in the job and you will, see the job through until it's finished.
Okay, I'll just examine you for a while. See, you have so many books there, so I'll just sign it, and I'll give you my contact information, which is exactly the room I'm staying because there's no such other thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Perfect. So she takes the contract back from you once you sign it, puts it on the table, and goes, okay, so when the rest of the group sort of convenes, I'll let you know, and we'll make our way to the Temple of Nethys where they're gathering all the goods, and we'll depart from there with all of the artifacts in question.
That'll be lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. As you're walking away, she folds the book closed, whichever one she was reading, puts it on the little pile of like 3 or 4 tomes that are next to her, and pulls another one out from like second from the bottom, like out, and just opens it up and starts reading and transcribing whatever's inside of it.
Next thing you know, you feel a big thud next to you.
What, you just like hammer the table or something?
No, I'm sitting down. Just like, I found another person, and he's going to find our next person.
Oh, I just, okay, I just hired another, individual, so we only need, that one person that you found. We don't need them to find another person. We have enough people. As long as you bring that other person back to me, we'll be fine. And it'll probably be tomorrow that we depart because, I mean, we don't want to go in the middle of the night or anything like that. So, we'll wait until I get word from the Temple of Nethys that everything is gathered and things are all on their way, and then we'll be ready to go. So please go and find your friend and bring him back here, and get a room for the night or somewhere to stay, sleep somewhere, and we'll reconvene right here tomorrow morning. Okay?
All you hear is, because Jenin was about to take a drink of his beer, and hear shit. And put the beer on the table and just book it out of the bar to go get drunk.
As soon as you put the beer down on the table, Kira goes like, "What?" She takes the mug and like gingerly sort of like shifts it away from all the paper and like pushes it along the table, like No, this like you know those people who are like, this is my desk space and nobody else can put anything in this space and it's mine.
Yeah.
Like that, just like very like no.
Well, Shannon didn't see any of that because he booked it out of the place to go catch up with Darok.
Who was probably heading down the street in the opposite direction, just asking random people, "Do you need to head out of town? North? No?
Sir? Sir?
No? Okay. Big one, big. Orc guy. You're an orc, right?
What? One of them turns to you. He has a yellow band tied around his arm. What do you want?
Do you want to head out of town?
I'm working.
Working? What?
He points to
Are
the
you sure?
bartender and he just shakes his head and walks away.
Hey,
Oh, we're
I
not
was
inside
talking.
the bar right now. We're out in the street.
Oh, okay. I thought you joined in the bar. Right.
No, I went the
Sorry about that.
opposite way of the tavern, so...
All right. I got mixed up. That's fine. The orc turns to you with a grunt and goes, "What?"
Do you want to head out of town? North, maybe?
Why would I want to head out of town?
I don't know. Do you need work? Is some job? I'm a little fuzzy on the details.
I got a job at the docks just fine, thanks.
Okay. Have a good day.
He grunts at you and just walks away.
Have a good day there.
All you can hear from behind you is, "Sir! Sir! Sir!"
Derek will turn around and just be like, "Me?"
And then Shannon's gonna get up to you and like, "God, you move fast. Holy shit. How did you get down here already?" Oh, God.
He's like Zap Brannigan.
Oh my god.
No, but
That makes
Shannon can
sense.
actually do shit.
Velour.
We have our person. Just come to bar. But we're gonna walk. Okay?
That sounds good, but who are you?
I'm the guy that hired you.
Oh, right.
Are you blind?
Kinda.
You'll do.
Shit, I hired a blind guy.
I'm gonna have fun with that.
So I guess I'll follow him wherever he's going. Fuzzy blob.
Yep, go
Sejuani,
ahead.
in the meantime, is
Follow
playing
me
flute
over
in the
to...
King's Crown or somewhere. Yes.
Go to the bar.
Okay,
All
so
right.
I'm guessing you head back to Kira.
Yep.
So you head back to Kira, and she's got all of her tomes sort of stacked up in a little pile now, and it's clear she's like sort of tidying the area because it's just scattered papers instead of big books everywhere. And she says, as you sit down, she says, "Oh, is this the gentleman that you hired?" Like,
Yes, this is the good gentleman that I hired. He's perfectly professional, not blind at all. We'll be good.
I don't think it's really necessary to specify that someone isn't blind, as it is more uncommon that they be blind than that they not be blind. It seems like a weird thing to say.
It is
Yes,
a
I don't
weird thing
even...
to say. You're right.
I don't even know why I said it. I'm just gonna sit at this table and continue drinking this beer as you get the contract ready.
Oh,
Contract?
yes,
His
his contract, yes. And she leafs out one of the regular sort of contracts, the same one that she gave to Sejuani, and shifts it across the table with the ink pen, and hands it down and goes, "Just sign on the bottom of the line there, and everything will be perfect."
He looks at the paper, looks at you. There's an ink file somewhere, I assume.
It's an ink pen, so you don't need one.
Oh, right. He's not that great with writing. Let me help you here. This goes in that hand right there, and then you write your name right there. Go ahead.
just
Go
gonna,
ahead and
like-
do it.
There's no ink vial at all.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. So he just.
Good.
I was just gonna, dump it out on his thumb and go, but. Yeah. So he takes the pen and looks really close at the paper, writes his name way off base. It's in the middle of the contract. It's nowhere near the line.
Kira like makes an audible noise like as you ruin the like finely crafted paper, and she snatches it out from under the pen and goes, "Look what you."
Don't say look.
I
Don't say look. No,
She's
you're
on the
fine.
line, isn't it?
You're fine.
She looks like she's about to just like crumple it up, but instead of crumpling it, like she's frustrated enough that she'd crumple it, but instead of crumpling it, she sort of looks like she's going to, and then just puts it down on the table and like smooths it out and just gets another copy of it and just takes it out and goes, "The bottom of the page, please." Hands it
Jen's
down.
actually gonna take Derek's hand and place it where it's supposed to be and go right there.
just write his name. Just crooked, but
All right. So since he signed the contract and we're all good for business, he's blind.
kind of blind.
Kind of blind. You told me you were blind.
I said kind of blind. You assumed I was blind.
Oh well, he's kind of blind.
This is the kind of information you should be forthcoming with before you sign legally binding documents, but that's okay. It's just a basic guard mission.
I heard something about damsels.
Jenin, you keep watch over him and make sure that he doesn't get lost or fall in a hole anywhere or
You don't deal with many half-blind people, do
Of
you?
course, the hero always helps his party out.
Oh my
No one shall die.
When you say half blind, could you quantify that for me? Are you blind as in you can only see half of the things, as in it's divided by a division of blackness, or that everything is sort of nondescript and out of focus, or that things are a pinpoint as if you're looking through a tunnel? Just to clarify exactly what kind
It's
of
all
half
fuzzy.
blind. Is there a particular distance at which it's not fuzzy? If I were to put my hand sort of right here in front of your eyes, could you see my fingers? How many am I holding up?
I think that's 3, right? That's the number? That's a number, right? 3?
Yes. Oh, okay. Well, he seems to be able to see to at least some degree, so I suppose that'll be okay. I'm gonna wait for the word from the Temple of Nethys, and then we'll head down there. Okay? Just do whatever it is that you do with your evening, and meet me back here in the morning.
Gotcha.
This party. It's gonna go interesting. Alright, now what are you all doing for presumably the rest of the night? Do you have anything you need to get done? Or...
Kira is just doing some transcription of her own little personal stuff, you know. There's a particular tome. Let me just check here what it was that I wrote. Oh yes, DeWitt's Treatise of Magical Excellence. Of course, the etiquette of modern magic using and where and when it is appropriate to cast spells, when in polite company, and so forth. That she is copying a few paragraphs from that she finds valuable for reference, so forth. But she would be doing that sort of in her room that she has for one more night.
Alright. When exactly was Kira expecting the inventory list, and did she say where to drop it off, or was she going to pick it up during...
She said to have it, like, when she went down there,
Okay,
and she expected
that's fine.
everything would be ready by the morning, you know?
Okay, good. Alright, that's fine. What are the rest of you doing for the night?
Jenin is going to bed. Jenin
Good.
is going up to the bartender and going, "One room for the night. This hero needs a sleep."
Alright, do you want the upstairs or the downstairs? The upstairs, a little fancy for long term, but they're both nice.
Upstairs. And Jenin is just like, where did that voice come from?
1 gold a night. He's a gnome.
Oh, I thought he was one of the giant trolls. I was
The
about to say,
bartender's a gnome.
big ass
The
dude, like,
bartender's a gnome.
do you want a room upstairs or downstairs? Let's go.
Put him up.
Okay, that makes more sense. One room upstairs,
bouncers
please.
Are the orcs. Yep, that'll run you 1 gold for the night.
There you are.
Alright, he takes it. He hands you a key with the number 7 stamped on it. He goes, room 7, 7th one. Easy enough to find.
Alrighty. Goes up. Let's go to sleep.
Alright. Derek.
Derek will probably go outside the inn, maybe turn immediately, find the first alley with barrels in it, and sleep behind the barrels, because he might get lost.
Might.
Maybe.
Roll perception. Roll perception to see. Perception to see where you're going.
Let
Wait.
me
No, can't see shit.
see. Guards do not find you. You can successfully sleep behind anywhere you want in a little alleyway tucked away. It's fine.
You have not signed a legally binding contract with Kira and then got arrested. She would be royally miffed.
And you would still be blind.
Derek did like the cat thing, which they just don't look at you and they think that you didn't find them.
Yes. If I don't see
Just
you,
like
I'm
just close my
invisible.
eyes.
Okay, what's
Yeah,
Sejuani doing
that's it.
for the rest of the night?
I will be probably figuring out what the hell to do with all the deck in my room. And so while that I'm gonna move them over there because I got 20 pounds more than what I can carry. So I'm probably finding a way to get that. We're getting to it back.
You can, oh gosh, you could probably find someone to help you move it, but actually traveling with all of your stuff might be an issue unless you actually hire someone to carry it, which is kind of iffy.
Well, presumably there's going to be a wagon.
Yeah, there's a wagon. You can dump your stuff on the wagon. You don't know how full the wagon's going to be,
Yeah.
but you should be able to fit things on it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just
I don't know if it
hire
gets
someone to help me out.
stuck in the mud, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
push it. So
To help me out, move that to the plate.
Yeah, you can find someone to help you transport your goods. No problem.
Can I just say this picture
Yeah, that's
is
what
one
I'm
of the
gonna do.
greatest?
Just in case things happen in the mine.
I'm
That's
just amazed by the.
I'm looking at it and she's like, ah, look like one of the craziest bitches in the world, and this lady over here is just like, who am I sitting at a table with?
I just imagine the blonde elf being like, and it was this deep, you know, and everybody else is laughing, but she's like, it's somehow at her expense, so she's like, fucking people.
I love this picture so much. Oh.
Anyway,
Alright, so yeah.
so
Alright.
I guess morning.
I had to-
Yeah. Morning, you all arrange your.
We
You
all-
all have your sleeping arrangements.
We
sleeping
all
in
we
alley,
all
in beds.
sleep. We all sleep.
You all sleep. It is the morning, around 8 or 9, couple hours past sunrise, unless you want to wake up earlier.
Nope.
Okay, good.
The hero
Uh,
needs his beauty rest.
Yeah.
So we convene
A
at
few hours.
at the table that Kira was at the night before. So she waits for the other three to sort of arrive there.
That's
and,
fine. It's incredibly empty as expected, but
So down at the same table?
yeah.
Mhm.
Alright, so Jenin comes down. Hair looks nice clothes and everything. You know, a performer and an actor has to look good, so, you know, if you're gonna be in life, you have to look good. And goes over to the table and goes, morning to ya!
Good morning, Jenin. I heard word from the Temple of Nethys. We'll be headed down there as soon as the other two have arrived, and we'll be being on our way as soon as possible. I'm hoping that I get to talk to Master Janvin for at least a few moments while we transfer all of the artifacts over. I have a few questions I really want to ask him.
I have no idea who Master Janvin is, except for our higher.
By the way, when she's saying this, like, I have a few questions I really want to ask him, she has like this sort of like blush to her cheeks, the sort of like I've been doing my research, and this guy is somebody who I like, you know, sort of look to her.
oh dear. You are all presumably given the time when to reconvene.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, Jenvin's
you can pop
gonna
in
go,
whenever.
I have no idea who this Master Jenvin is, but I can't wait for you to meet him then. Except I'm sort of worried about the blind one and making sure he could get back to the table.
Thud.
Never mind, I
Enter
think he's here.
Derek. You hear him coming before he actually appears.
That was the sign. Holding head coming into the tavern, just kind of beelines it to the table because you said it's empty, so it's not hard to figure out which fuzzy people you're heading towards.
Are you alive?
Morning.
How have you survived this long?
I don't know.
He's a recently blinded
Because
oracle, right?
people don't put spikes on their signs.
This is true.
Thank God.
A little
Let's
absent
see the
minded.
oracle just put spikes in your signs and just one shot.
One shots the Oracle. One of the traps in my dungeon will just be a sign with contact poison on it.
So,
Is it difficult to read signs?
is Siwani here or no?
I have just grabbed my cloak, I'll wear the backside, and I'll head downstairs.
Okay, perfect. As you appear, Kira sort of goes, okay, everybody's here, so we should head out immediately. And she reaches down, like, next to her chair and pulls up this huge backpack, you know, of stuff. It's, like, loaded down with, like, several books sort of tied to the side, and, like, there's obviously a lot of, like, knickknacks and so forth in the actual backpack itself, and she slings it over her shoulder, and it looks like she's gonna like fall backwards almost as she like adjusts to the weight. She goes like, okay, all right, we're
Are
fine.
you good?
Then
Yeah. No,
takes like steps back. What?
Jennings actually looking at you, and goes, "That is mighty impressive, my little lady."
and she you know takes a moment to sort of steady herself under the like top heaviness of the backpack, and grabs her staff that was leaning, her quarterstaff that was leaning against the table, and sort of goes, "Oh, okay, so let's go," and heads off towards the Temple of Nethys.
Jennings gonna walk over to Derek, turn him around, and push him to where we're going.
I'm not that blind. Just continue.
Yeah, but Jenin doesn't know how blind you are yet, so he's not taking chances.
Well, you have seen/heard me run into it, the same sign twice, so.
That's a little iffy.
You have
So
no vision.
all four of you make your way over to the, I'll just say the Archives or Temple of Nethys, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you can see a wagon out front. Looks like it's all getting kitted up, ready to go. They're just loading in the last of the supplies and covering it up.
Kira looks,
Protect it from the sun.
Kira looks around to see if she can see the red-headed woman that she spoke to the day before about like the whole job, and you know, to let her know that she's here and blah blah blah.
Yeah, you see her standing back. She has several papers in one hand, and she's watching the others finish up.
Mm-hmm. Kira strides up and goes, right, so I'm here, ready to escort the artifacts all the way to Norin, and to Master Janvin. I have my group, you know, she waves her arm at like the three behind her. They're here to guard as we travel. And they are stalwart, seasoned warriors.
Her eyes travel to the other three, looks all of you over very slowly and nods. I trust your judgment. Obviously, her tone is quite hesitant, but she doesn't say anything about the state of your group.
I'll step forward and talk to the lady who seems to be in charge. I'll ask her, is there any room left? I have some textiles that I can't quite carry them myself.
Oh, Yes, I'll go check. She walks over to the cart and peeks inside, and after a couple seconds, she comes back out and says, "Yes, there's a little bit of room left. Thankfully, these people here are good at conserving space. We have so many books and other items to collect here. How much space do you need?" And she'll look around, look over you.
It's not much. Maybe a few feet, just some clothes, some files. I'll direct the person that is probably helping me out with this.
All right, yeah. You can fit your goods in the cart rather easily. It isn't too much of a tight fit, not a hassle. And after that, everything is all packed up, and they finish up. The carriage driver climbs up on and waits.
Okay, I'll tip the guy that helped me 2 silver. And that's it.
He thanks you profusely, bows and scampers off, probably back to the market district where you found him.
I'll just give a look, Kira. Maybe you should put your books here. Maybe, just maybe. Just a suggestion.
I'm not really one to leave my goods lying around. I like to keep everything sort of close, and just in case.
You do realize it's a very long walk.
Surely it can't be that heavy.
Well, I mean, it's a very long walk for you. And Kira sort of like, when the carriage driver sits on the like bench at the front of the wagon, Kira just like shifts up and sits next to him on the wagon and goes like, "I hired you to guard. I didn't hire myself to do that."
Yeah, the caravan driver eyes you confusedly, but he lets you sit on there. It's fine. You're along for the ride.
Nice little pretty lady next to him while he's on there for the whole ride. Can't really complain.
Gotta keep your eyes on the road, but hey, you can glance sideways.
Gotta keep your eyes on the road. Gotta. Hello.
It's like a motorcycle. You go where you look. It suddenly veers off.
Yeah, it starts turning, starts veering to the left. Hello.
But yeah, she sort of like takes her backpack off and puts it beside her on the bench, and takes a little notepad out and starts scribbling something down immediately.
The redhead walks over and hands you a folded piece of paper. This is the inventory. You can double check it once you arrive. But
Kira's eyes like light up at the mention of inventory, and she goes, thank you, yes. And she takes the paper and sort of opens it up and starts reading through the listed items for anything that she might find interesting.
At the mention of double checking it once you get at your destination, shouldn't you check that before we leave?
We just checked it this morning.
They will have checked everything off. See here. Never mind. And she goes back to just sort of looking down the list. It's clear that they've like sort of checked everything off, and there's like a second column that's like, check it off when we get there, sort of thing.
Righto, boss.
All right, so you're looking through the inventory?
Yeah.
What you find is several what you would call simpler, lower level types of transmutation magic in scrolls. There's stuff like alchemical tinkering, animate rope, some really, really simple ones. There's some tomes related to transmutation, divination. One of them is called like the All-Seeing Eye, the ultimate book on scrying. There's a second, like From Man to Beast, transmutation in the olden days. It's a blend of magic and history, and it's mostly covers the divine variety, though there are a few arcane books here and there.
Cool. Okay, so she sort of takes note of the fact that there are a bunch of books back there, and then she'll probably see if she can get her hands on one or two, Just to take a look, you know, and stuff.
All right, roll me a perception check.
Cool. Hang on while I remember what my perception skill is. Oh, I'm not trained in that. Never mind.
It's fine. Still roll it.
8.
All right. Well, you can find the book, and everything is neatly packed. They even organized them in the cart. They're all in alphabetical order, even the scrolls. So you can pull out a book or two that you need or want
Perfect.
to read. Yep.
She's not going to do it yet because she doesn't want to look like she's rummaging through the inventory in front of all the people at the Temple of Nethys, but along the
Good
road,
idea.
she'll definitely do that.
Oh yeah. Everything's there.
Kira
Looks
does
good.
what she
A couple of
wants.
books are like huge.
Huge books. It's right up my alley.
Mhm.
All right, we're off.
All right. The cart goes slow enough so you can walk beside it and Kira can ride. It's not going to be very quick going. You're not all you're not all on horseback without a huge cart loaded with books. So you meander your way out of town. You take one of the larger detour roads to avoid a lot of the traffic on the market street. The checkpoint heading out of the city is easy enough. The driver takes care of that, hands a few documents, verifies a few things, and you're off to the road north.
Whistle as we work.
On the road
You
again.
guys told me not to. You guys told me not to whistle anymore on stream.
Can
so.
I do a knowledge nobility for this Janvin fellow?
Yeah.
Just like while we're going, I do a little bit of research.
He's amazing in real life, but
You definitely recognize his name. It was mentioned involving some of the colleges in the nation's capital. He apparently used to instruct very low-level classes there for beginners, and he actually used to tutor some students who got behind. But something happened, and he eventually resigned and went closer to Darshal to live with presumably more of his lineage. You know he is a male Undine, and he likely dabbles both in alchemy as well as the arcane arts.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So, is there anything else I can knowledge while I'm here? Can I do a knowledge nature to know what we might be facing along the road if we are to get ambushed or anything, if there's any kind of danger?
Yep.
I have to use these knowledges because otherwise it's wasted.
Oh yeah, if anyone wants to roll, ask for
I
a
just
roll. It's
GM
fine.
rolled it, sorry.
It's okay, just roll publicly if you want to reroll.
I
You
will.
probably want to reroll that.
I'm just so used to GM rolling. There we go.
That's a little better. You know that the sentient forest just above, to the north of Darshal, relatively small but very thick. It's teeming with wildlife. You haven't heard of any animal attacks along the roads up north, but it's definitely possible. There are wolves in there, and maybe one bear, but they're very, very rare.
Jenin, keep your eye out for any movement in the undergrowth. The only thing that we might run into are some wolves or things like that. I don't think we really have anything to worry about. Just enjoy the walk.
no wolves or bears will best this man here. I've got this.
I have complete and utter faith in you.
I'd much rather be swimming. Isn't there a river around here?
There's a river to the south that leads directly to the capital, but you're going north. Haha.
Darak, we're on a job. We must keep to it. We are heroes. Of course, I am the bigger hero in this case.
I think you're the only hero here, actually. I'm just along for the ride.
Jennan's going to smile very happily that somebody actually called him a hero for once.
Oh my gosh. Alright. As you're going along, it's very scenic, especially
By the way,
with
taking one of the books out of the back.
Go ahead,
the,
pick one.
The Transmutation Through the Ages book, and reading along as we go. So I'll forfeit any perception checks, but I'm studying.
That's fine. you learn about the history of transmutation. It's very vague in some parts, simply because of it's hard to discover the origin of shape-changing things. Like hard to verify. You do know certain spells were invented by. Hold on.
Play Pathfinder.
The immersion.
Dad, you're ruining the immersion.
Just playing like 7 characters at the same time. Okay. So I'm gonna do that. I'm doing it.
You're ruining the immersion. But yeah, you learn the origin of spells that are a little bit easier to track the founders of, things like Expeditious Retreat or Burning Disarm. I mean, people definitely want to claim credit for very more or less flashy if you can move twice as fast and heat metal until people drop it. It does cover a little bit on druids and the differences between their shape-changing abilities and some arcane arts, so you can get a bit of knowledge there. But yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Anyone else want to do anything on the way? You know that the road up, you'll have about 6 hours, and then you'll hit a sort of checkpoint, a three-way, it's not a crossroad, but a three-way stop between trade routes where you can rest, have your gear checked, have inventory taken, and then it's another 6 hours up.
So we have 6 hours of walking.
6 hours of walking. You could try and climb on the cart if need be. Laying on the books is not recommended, but it's possible.
Is there? There's no place. Oh God.
Yeah, I know. There's room on the bench beside Kira and the driver, just barely.
Is there? Because there's the backpack there too. So.
I know, barely.
Not sure.
Yeah.
I'll just keep walking. I'll just keep walking. I'm not going anywhere near that girl.
Yeah, they're going rather slow. After a couple hours, the driver looks to Kira and says, "Do you want to maybe switch places with someone else so they can have a seat?" But he doesn't press the matter any further.
Kira sort of blinks at him like, what?
They've been walking for a while, and they'll keep walking. There isn't enough room in the wagon for all of them.
I guess.
Well, we can always put your backpack in the back as well. There's a little bit.
I'll be right back.
Okay. She seems like super reluctant to give up her spot, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But she goes, I suppose it's only fair if somebody else takes the seat for a little while. And she sort of puts her backpack over the back, keeping close eye on it to make sure that nothing like falls out or is, shifted wrongly in any way. And
all right.
She hops off and goes, the seat's free if somebody wants it for a little while.
Yeah, if your backpack's off, it could fit, I guess including the driver, 3 people very snugly, so...
Yeah, I'll let Derek see, and he probably has some problems. Probably.
I've got no problems on roads. Roads don't have signs.
Oh, alright. Sweet, I'll just
low-hanging branches.
I'll leave on the seat and ask the driver a few things about Norin.
Mm-hmm. He mentions he's done the route several times. It's usually quite uneventful, but a nice view until you get used to it. Then it's just plain boring. But Norin, obviously a fishing town since it's up by the coast. That's what they mainly do. But the past few years, it's been housing Janvin and his strangeness. He tends to have a house a little farther away from the rest of everyone else. But, he helps them, they help him. He's quite adept at concoctions that aid in the healing in case anyone gets injured. So it's a rather accepting community. They take in outcasts on occasion. Usually it's people who have been thrown out of their villages due to something inherent about them, like sorcerers. But that's what you know.
Yeah.
That's what he knows.
Sounds pretty nice place.
It's quite small, not exactly rich.
Then White Dust. Shannon goes there, like staying there.
No one knows. Some people have asked why he goes there. He has never given a straight answer. He does share the Undine lineage with most of the village's inhabitants, so that might be it. But he doesn't have any family there, so it's kind of unknown as to why he decided to settle in that place in particular.
Yeah, I'll ask him further since he doesn't seem to know anything. Oh, yeah, I'll try to help Derek up. He doesn't see me. I'll just call attention like, hey, Derek, you want to see?
No, I'll just walk behind this thing. It's not like I'm really looking at anything anyways.
Okay.
So Kira's gonna slide up beside Jenin while she's walking. She's got her quarterstaff, and it's taller than her, sort of thing. That she's walking along with it. She looks over at him and says, "Jenin, have you ever seen one of these?" And she takes the harrow deck out of its little case on her belt.
Yes.
You're asking me that?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna look at the deck and is like, I've seen playing cards all the time.
These aren't
I'm gonna grab some water. You have fun with this.
okay. These aren't playing cards. These
You
are
what?
harrow cards. Okay, they're like a interesting diversion. From true academics. I mean, it's not really an exact science, but it's interesting, and maybe I could, see something about you, or we can see what comes out of the deck for you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I already know. If it's anything to do about me, it's something heroic and amazing, but, well, give it a shot.
So, you have to ask a question to the deck. You have to ask me a question, and I'll see if I can actually answer it.
Will I save the world one day?
Okay, that's perfect. I think that is hammers because it's a strength-related question. I'm assuming you want to save the world with your muscles, so we'll, hang on one second.
No, he wants to save the world with his mind.
Okay.
That's
Okay, so I have a bunch of cards here. From the left, which one do you want?
Let me take the fourth one from the left.
This one?
Sure.
Whoop. Okay, so, not particularly great, she says as she reveals the card that has been picked from the deck. It is the Fiend. The Fiend.
I am fiendish to be a whore.
Which, she says, so it indicates the death of many in a great calamity, or the salvation of many from the same calamity. So, I mean, it bodes well and negatively, depending on your personal strength, I think. I would like to say that it's positive. It's
the death of many evil and the salvation of the good. I like it.
Yeah, sure. And we'll just keep it basic for now. We're not going to go into the whole... We would have to sit down, and I would have to get the mat out and everything. So we'll just do the simple Harrow reading, which is the single card that I just showed you. So I think it bodes well for your future. She says, she's clearly, like, sort of enjoying it as a diversion, like, as a hobby, because it's clearly not very academic, to be making predictions. But it's just, like, something fun, for her that she's just killing time with.
See, if it had been like something bad, like no, you're gonna die, or like something like that, I'd have been like, A hero always chips fate.
Oh, that's
Oh,
something positive.
oh, heroic guy. How heroic you are.
Yeah.
He's very heroic.
Okay, so we gotta wait for Bear. Unless anybody else has anything they want to do.
I also got
Did I just hear bear?
Hmm.
I also got a hero deck. Where? Did she teleport?
Oh, great. 2 people have hero decks.
Whoa.
Awesome.
And just found Harrow each other.
It's time for a Yu-Gi-Oh battle.
So did Kira do a hero reading?
Yeah. Jenin got the Fiend,
Oh.
which is saving people from a great calamity, actually. So,
Oh.
it's not too bad.
That hero deck always right.
Yeah. Anyway, feel free to continue, Bear. I was just doing
Alright.
that as a version.
Jenin.
All right, if no one has anything else to do, we can just skip these several hours of walking. Everyone except Kira make perception checks.
And you're walking.
I am not
and
proficient in
you're
perception, so
walking.
just a regular D20, I guess.
Could I
Hey, look at that!
Should I GM roll it or just roll it?
No, you just regular roll it.
Regular.
Woo!
Hey, look at that!
Blinder than the blind guy. Or not. Almost blind guy.
I was just talking with the guy. Just talking with it.
I still had my
I
ability
was not even
modifier
paying
if I don't
attention,
have
okay?
advance in it, right?
I didn't. I didn't even want to see it. Okay. Didn't even want to see it.
What'd you say, Bob?
I still add my ability modifier if I don't have ranks in it, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Blind!
Those are the most polarizing rolls I've ever seen. Alright, well,
It's
The blue
alright.
rolls nat one, nat 20. That's pretty good.
This makes sense.
21-1, Kira studying.
Sawani is probably doing something else, Bob is blind, and I'm the hero, so this makes sense.
Luckily, the hero hears some rustling inside of the wagon for some reason. It's faint and it doesn't sound good or like it should happen. It's just rustling. You don't see anything else.
This is going to pique Jenin's curiosity, and he's going to go to the back of the wagon and just look in.
I'm not gonna make you roll again. You still hear the faint rustling. It's definitely sounds of movement. And you think it's coming in the direction of the back of the cart, the back left from your perspective.
Jenin's
But
going
you can't
to...
see the source.
Can I quietly jump onto the back of the cart and start looking through?
You can hop on, yeah.
So I'm gonna do.
If you start tossing everything here and there,
No, I'm just gonna start like walking down. Is like everything in the back of the cart? Is there in a little aisle so people can go through the cart?
there's a little bit of an aisle, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the aisle and just start like peeking around. Like, what is that rustling sound?
All right, you inch your way
Seems
through.
audible.
You inch your way through and luckily around several stacks of books and crates of scrolls, scroll cases everywhere. And you get to the back of the cart, and it looks like a small cube covered in cloth. You don't know what's underneath it. Heavy cloth, and the rustling seems to come from there.
How big is this cube?
I want to say a little bit bigger than the bread box, say about like a foot and a half
Oh, no.
wide.
Oh no, I know I shouldn't touch this then. I'm going to lift the cloth up a little bit and look inside. Like, what is that noise?
You hear a small croak, and what you get is a large eye blinking at you, proportionally large. And something scrambles to the back of the cage. It's hard to get a good look, but it looks like a weird little reptile thing. Doesn't look very steady on its feet, and there is a massive shining gem coming from the front of its face. I know, I had to. Roll me a... give me a knowledge local, actually.
Let me see if I am... No, so another d20, I guess.
This can't be good.
That's fine. You got at least a
Okay.
10. You have heard legends and folk tales about a creature with a very valuable gem on its face. No one is sure if it's a ruby or a carmine or something of the sort, but they're magical creatures of great value. Some false tales have misjudged the size of this creature to, something akin to a horse, but it's not even cat-sized. You recognize it as probably the mythical carbuncle.
It's a carbuncle.
Yeah.
It blinks at you and goes, "Rah." Not a squawk, but like a croak.
Well, you're one ugly son of a bitch, aren't you?
It blinks.
I'm gonna put the cloth back down. Go.
Poor thing.
I really am guarding very valuable things. Have to take my job seriously. I cannot be let down at all. I cannot keep my eyes off the road. And he's going to run out the back of the wagon.
Alright, you do so. Anyone who is around the back of the wagon can see Jenin exit, but that's about it.
Kira's like sees him sort of come out the back because she's walking along now, right? And she goes, she peeks up from the book. She's still reading while she's walking. Sort of peeks up from the book and goes, What are you doing back there?"
I heard shuffling in the back of the cart. I wanted to make sure nothing was back there.
Is this thing on
Turns
the
out-
manifest, by the way?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Turns out there is a carbuncle back there.
What?
Very, very odd creature to have in the back of this cart. I thought we were just doing books, but
I
Oh, well.
Hang on. And she sort of like speeds up a little to like go to the driver and goes, "Are you are you bringing anything to anybody else? Is this all for Master Janvin?"
This is all for Janvin, yeah.
Okay. And she sort of goes back around to the back of the cart and hops in to the back of the cart where Jenin had been, and starts immediately looking around for anything that's not on the manifest. Like, she has the paper in her hand and she's like ticking things off as she goes. Like, this is supposed to be here. This is supposed to be here. This is supposed to be here.
is
All right.
there a problem, little lady?
Well, there's no live animals on the list of things that I was supposed to deliver.
Not every list is good.
I don't think you understand. This
check
is a list given to me by the priest at the Temple of Nethys. This is not some grocery shopping list. This is important. And she like goes back to checking everything. Like, it's really important that she check everything.
Alright,
You want me to show you the carbuncle? I can show you exactly where it is.
Where?
Next person that had it only, I will say.
Jen's gonna see if you need help into the cart. Because, always help a damsel.
No, she's already like climbed into the back, sort of thing.
Oh. Well, he's gonna go over and, like, lift the cloth up a little bit and show you the gemmed ugly thing.
Yep, that's a carbuncle. It looks ugly and like it shouldn't be alive.
Can I do like knowledge nature or knowledge arcana for like more precise information?
Yes, give me a knowledge arcana as I close my door.
Lovely.
As I close my door.
Yes.
30.
30. Alright.
Oh, I GM rolled it again. God damn it.
That's fine. I can verify it as a 30 now that I'm sitting down.
Cool.
You can this is absolutely a carbuncle. It cannot be anything but. All of the folk tales spread around the carbuncle about its gem and that it has amazing mind control powers and it's this fantastical creature. It's all a bunch of bullshit. The carbuncle is really kind of a crappy animal, and it's actually an inside joke among scholars that they say the carbuncle is lauded for its ability to dominate the will of others. It's an inside joke among even the most basic of people with arcane knowledge.
Well,
You know, it has empathic abilities, very, very crude form of telepathy. It can't communicate via words, but rather feelings. It has a couple of spell-like abilities, but they're not all that useful. You know, it can stun people and occasionally levitate. And you know that the jewel on the carbuncle's head isn't actually a valuable jewel. When it dies, it crumbles into worthless dust, and it's just more of a growth on its head, akin to like a fingernail sort of thing, except a lot shinier and gem-like.
So she sees it as a carbuncle, and she knows all this stuff about it, obviously, because she's done the research. But is there anything else in the cart that is not on the list?
Everything else seems to be accounted for, and there are no extras, other than the carbuncle, which is staring up at you, and you get a faint feeling of curiosity from it.
Well, I mean, it's the only thing that's not on the list. When we get there, I'll talk to Chanvin about it, and we'll see if it's really supposed to be here or not.
Coming towards the back of the wagon. Derek's
All
just
right.
like, I told you to check it.
I told you to check it. Yes.
So she hops out the back of the wagon again and keeps walking. I mean, at this point, she's done everything that she can.
All right. Well, the carbuncle is thankfully quiet, and it doesn't move a lot nor protest. You do get faint hints of its empathic link as you travel along to the checkpoint, but it's otherwise rather calm, if not curious. Let me just think this is it. You make your way to the rest stop. The map is just for flavor. Pardon?
What do we get from the carbuncle?
I can't understand.
What
do you get from the carbuncle?
From the empathic link.
Occasionally curiosity, because it's stuck in a wagon, but it doesn't feel alarmed, strangely enough, or displeased or agitated.
Okay, that's pretty weird.
I'll just stick your tokens on the map so you can walk around.
Cat, please. Cat, please. It's a fucking cord.
Da-da-da-da-da. Pretend it's a bigger cart.
Just tell me when the cart stops and I'll smack into it.
Alright, well, you head into the checkpoint. It's rather small, but you can already tell there's maybe a little office up here. Where can I ping? Office up here. There's some stables and places for people to rest for the night. To the south, down here, there are very small shacks, probably something akin to outhouses, and maybe a little bathhouse for people to, you know, wash up and everything on their travels. And far off, near the actual crossroads, that isn't an actual cross, there's a cart parked, probably to hawk some minor goods for tradesmen or travelers coming this way. There's a warehouse in the northeast, probably for the transport or storage of trade goods on its way here. And there's a man at the end of the intersection directing carts and watching over the whole thing. He looks like a supervisor. The cart stops right in front of him. I'll move the cart stops right in front of him, so the driver can talk to the man. You know, chat about what they have in the cart, inspections, and if there's been anything dangerous on the roads. You know, small talk that you may or may not pay attention to. It's fairly minor.
Well, Jenin is going to go take a bath because he has been on the road all day in the hot sun, and a hero does not need to be sweaty.
Me too. That's the first thing I'll go ask somebody if there's a bath, anything.
Yeah, they direct you to one of the small shacks or one of the small houses near the south where you can wash up, get clean, rinse that grime off from travel. It's all free.
Lovely. Take use
The
of
first
the...
thing I'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Take use of the facilities after making sure that the cart's okay and everything.
Yeah, the driver's staying with the cart. He's obviously used to going for a while without such facilities. He's going to be watching over the goods.
Yeah, I'm gonna be by the cart the entire time. Just
All right.
'cause I did sign a contract, I guess.
Yep.
I guess it was
The
a
cart
contract.
rolls around here. Yep.
Bad.
You see in the what they dub the peddler's place, a tent where someone seems to have set up shop, at least a little bit more long term than the carts, to hawk their wares.
Is there anything being sold?
Yes, this man in the cart, he has some linens apart from what he has been transporting has been stored in the trade goods and storage, so now he's just hawking off his extras. They're linens like wool and unfortunately no silk, some cotton. And then the peddlers, you can see inside the tent a little in here, and looks like there's a bunch of knickknacks. It almost looks like what you'd find in Darshal with a tourist shop with a bunch of really weird sort of objects that no one should really have, but he seems to be selling it anyway, quite enthusiastically.
Right, okay. So, if Kira's not particularly interested in like the linens and so forth or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, but knickknacks, you never know when you're gonna find like one thing that is actually like, you know, the ancient treasure of like a lost civilization that happened to slip through all the cracks, sort of thing. So she is going to take a little bit of time to sort of examine anything that she can at this little rest stop. I will roll a knowledge history or a knowledge.
History would work.
Any knowledges I can... History? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let me just make sure that I'm rolling the right number. Okay, I need to cut that down just a little. There we go. Getting used to new characters. She does not know anything about anything.
Some of these look vaguely historic. The styles are obviously not contemporary, but you're unable to identify anything solidly.
Mm-hmm.
He's, having stuff like he's selling a few urns, vases. There's a decanter in the corner, kind of dusty. Bob, don't you shake your head. There is a decanter in there.
There's a decanter?
There is a decanter.
Is there any determination of whether it might be magical or not?
Do you have the detect magic spell?
I do not, but I do have spellcraft.
If you examine it closely, I'll allow it, yes.
Cool. Okay, well, she's going to, because of course she didn't know that these things weren't necessarily historical, She rolled a 1, so she's checking everything really close. So I'm gonna look at this decanter for spellcraft. Spellcraft. Oh, I GM rolled it, damn it.
GM rolled it. 21. It works. You have a strong feeling that this decanter has some magical properties. It might relate to conjuration of sorts, but you can't identify exactly what. You just know it's magical.
Excuse me. She calls over. She calls over to the sort of tinker. How much for the vessel here?
Let's see. No one's been touching that, but it's a pretty nice object. Let's see. What are you willing to offer for it? I'm willing to bargain here. I don't want to rob people blind.
Are we working with copper and silver in this campaign, or are we just...
Yeah, go ahead. You can work with copper and silver.
I mean, it's just a nice cup. I'll give you 8 copper for it.
8 copper. I want at least a couple silver for it.
Well, I mean, a couple. It looks beat up. I mean, you dug it out of the ground or something. Look, there's like still dirt on it.
Hey, I didn't dig it out of the ground. Look. If you examine some of the engravements on this thing, it's pretty old. It might as well be an antique
Well,
here.
which is like the only reason I'm even interested. How about a silver? I will give you a silver.
You're killing me here. All right, a silver.
Perfect. And she digs around in a belt pouch and pulls out a silver coin and goes, "Here you go. Thank you very much." She takes the decanter.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
You have a decanter.
I have a decanter of I don't know.
You have a decanter of I don't know. It could be Endless Wizards.
It could just be a decanter.
It could
The
just be a
shot was
decanter.
with a decanter of endless bears.
I'm wondering how
Oh, that
bears
would be
would fit
bad.
in a decanter, but I'm thinking like tiny
Okay,
bears.
anyway, so
Yeah.
I have a decanter of I don't know.
Endlessly.
So
Jeez.
cool. So I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna head back to the cart and sort of wait at the cart for us to continue on towards Norin because I have nothing further that I need to do, and I'll hand it off to my fellow peoples who are doing their own things.
All right. If any of you want to, well, we'll just go down the line if anyone wants to do anything at the rest stop.
That's me, right?
Yeah, I already covered Kira. Jenin?
All right. Well, I said I was gonna take a bath, so Jennings gonna come out of there feeling all nice and fresh, like, good day's walk, good old bath at the end of the day, nice and warm. Smelled like somebody peed in it a little bit, but that's fine. Let's go and join everybody back at the cart. We have something to eat, right, Kira?
There should be some supplies in the back.
They packed enough rations for your trip there and back. Plus
Is it a
little
warm
extra.
meal?
No.
Screw that.
What kind of decanter fit inside a decanter?
I'm gonna go over to.
Baby decanters.
You said there was an inn, right, somewhere, or a place to get food.
Yeah. There's some bunks essentially. Not really a place to get food. No.
Are we staying here for the night?
No. Resting here for a little bit.
Just a little rest.
Just a
Yeah,
little
if you want to
rest?
stay the night, you can, because you've been walking
Right.
for 6 hours, but it's just 4-ish hours to Norin after this.
I'm just gonna go somewhere where I can get a hot meal and then come back to the cart.
Phoenix, get back in the cart.
There are some
Yeah.
there's some caravan guards with a little campfire a couple dozen feet away from the crossroads cooking up something. They'll offer. You can get a hot meal.
Oh, no,
Sweet.
no.
They're nice enough. They know that they know how it is when traveling.
See, but while you say they know how it is by traveling, Jenin in his head is gonna be like, they recognize me.
Yep, so you can
Totally
have a
know.
hot meal and
I'm
rest.
totally famous.
They totally
Derek?
know.
Yeah.
Derek is just gonna stand at the cart, trying to look official, hands on hips, just trying to be guardy.
You look mighty official and guardy next to another guard. He glances at you sidelong just out of mild curiosity on occasion, but he continues his work redirecting people, and a really, really boring job.
Duh.
You go this way, the facilities are here, pamphlet. Like, it's the people who stand in front of Disneyland and hand out pamphlets. Except this is definitely not Disneyland.
This is a rest stop.
That job's
yeah,
a little
this
bit
is a rest
fun.
stop.
That job would look a little bit fun to me, I think. 'Cause I'd have fun with it. You're supposed to be happy and giddy while you're supposed to be in Disneyland. I'd have fun with it.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Once in a
Sejuani.
while, when I get out of the bath, I assume that there's no place. Well, there should be a place in which people gather, and in there, I'll try to get some out of Herald deck. Just bluff it all the way.
you're
You're
just
trying to
I
get
don't
some
know.
what, pardon?
he's trying to cheat people with the Harrow deck.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there's this is like a gazebo type area where some people are sitting down in the open. There's some benches and tables. There some people playing cards, light gambling. It's a very casual atmosphere, mostly because people are tired as shit or getting ready to go.
So yeah, I'll just play, that traveler card, and just like, yeah, I happen to be a medium, shit like that, and just like bluff it, just lie my way through all of that. See
All right.
if I can catch anyone.
Roll me a few bluff checks.
Let's see what I get.
Yep. So yeah, you're charging for your hero readings?
No, not well. A few of the people that seem like the dumbest ones.
There are a few.
The most
There are.
good. I'll charge all of them.
All right.
How many you want?
One more. All right. They're a little skeptical at first. You know, they think you're kind of faking it, but then you start, after your first or second reading, they start buying it, and some of them even offer, a couple of copper pieces, even a silver for extra questions to ask your hero deck. So you make about a surprising 5 silver in total, as they're just like, here, answer this one next. I'll pay you if you answer more than one question for me. They're buying it pretty hard at the end of it.
Yeah, I take inspiration from all the bullshit I got from the heroic guy that's been not shut up for a while. Like, yeah, just things that he said and just repeat them. Yeah, totally. That was great.
Repeat the inspiring things that Jenin has said.
Jenin hears this
Yeah, Jenin
actually, and walks over and goes, "I've had my fortune told by one of these decks, and I'd swear to you it's true. I'm indeed a hero, and I will save the world." It's not even the same person.
Needless to say, you get odd looks. You're like, who is this guy, and why did he just walk in?
By the way,
Some
if
of
you
them go
want my
back to playing the
autograph,
cards.
anybody.
The several people gathered around Sejuani start to disperse a little at Jenin's entrance.
He comes in and just ruins everything.
And I'm
Typical
fine with
Phoenix style.
The typical Phoenix. Okay, so anything else at the rest stop that we need to do?
Up to you,
Or
if
can
not,
we
back
move
on the road.
on? Onwards to Norin!
Are we all good? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
it. We ride.
Derek.
Alright.
Derek.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fucking Jenin.
You guys,
Fucking
you guys,
Jenin.
you guys are not responding when the GM asks you.
Alright.
Fucking
You
one.
you continue on after after however long it is, probably a couple hours. You spend there, resting your feet, doing whatever it is you need to do. Getting a weird decanter for a silver piece. Jesus.
Woo.
And
Can I discover
yes.
more about the decanter? Is there anything I can do other than just like prep wizard spell identify for tomorrow?
I mean, she can look through the books and see if there's any picture of it in any of her books.
True. Do you have... does Kira possess any books on artifacts of note, specifically conjuration-related
Hang on, let me
ones?
check her inventory. She has significant crests. I don't know if that's helpful.
Significant crests. You may... You can identify some of the markings on the decanter. There's actually almost a seal or a coat of arms, an identifier stamped on the bottom of the metal, like at the bottom of the decanter. It belongs to or it indicates, okay, I'm trying to word. It belongs to a house that, a very, very minor one, that tends to specialize in illusions.
Knowledge
oddly
nobility!
enough. Knowledge nobility.
Knowledge nobility will see me through.
Ooh.
Knowledge everything.
I know everything about minor everything.
I'm just trying to give him a name. All right, here.
Jacqueline, Batman.
This is House Sankor. They come from a long line of illusionist wizards, but you know, they've been not very exceptional. A lot of them tend to quit partway through study, or something happens to them within the college in which they get expelled. So it isn't a line of notable illusionists in the fact that they were good. You know that some of these people, it's a very minor house within the capital of Boreanos. You know, some people have turned to magical item creation.
But they're illusionists, are they?
They're illusionists. It kind of doesn't line up with the conjuration of the decanter, but you do know illusion does involve...
Kira's just gonna, you know what? Kira's just gonna, like, go...
Yeah.
And take the decanter, stick it out the sides of the cart, you know, like, just over the edge, tip it over and open it for just a second and then close it again.
Rainbows!
I'm gonna roll some dice here.
Just want to know what it does.
20
Yeah.
It doesn't have a...
20 liches.
It doesn't have a command word?
Nope, does not have a command word.
Yes! It's gonna be great.
And you just poured a whole bunch of Skittles at the side of the cart.
Skittles! Decanter of endless Skittles.
It's the best magic item ever. It's gonna be rich.
As
Taste the rainbow.
the decanter is obviously empty when you have it, but as you turn it over, you do hear movement, lots of movement within the decanter, and
A bunch of
bees start coming out.
Oh no!
What?
They don't look angry, but bees start coming out of the decanter.
I undecantered it as soon as possible. It was a quick one.
They obviously fly near you, but eventually end up meandering around.
Well,
do they do those annoying things to her that bees do that just fly next to your ear and stay there for a while? Like, then you're like, no!
A couple of them do that, but eventually go off on their own.
Okay. I mean, it only cost me a silver. Decanter of endless bees. Not what
bees?
I rolled for that. That was so good.
Not what I expected.
Hey, that could be a grenade in some point.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna do with it.
A bee grenade. Ants was my second option, but
anyway,
bees.
So there we go. I know it's a decanter of bees now. That's good.
Yep, and thankfully it has no command word.
Yay!
You just tip it and bees. It's like press button, receive bacon,
Kira.
except it tips decanter, receive bees.
It's too bad I'm not an apiarist.
Kira. Scholar, wizard, and beekeeper.
So yeah, you probably see that happening as you're traveling along.
Oh, you know what? You know what I have? Okay, I'm gonna do this while we're just like riding in the cart and heading towards Norin. I have
the absolute realization.
I have I have 4 empty belt pouches.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna detach these belt pouches from my belt.
Okay.
I'm gonna take 2 of them, detach them from my belt. I'm gonna take a belt pouch. I'm gonna pour bees and then close it. And then I'll have a bee grenade of belt pouch.
Okay.
Is this gonna work? Is this something I can do?
If you take your time.
Well, because
with the bees.
you could like cover the pouch the whole top of the decanter, and then.
I'm just thinking of her doing this, like going
you end
like
up with
this,
a couple
and then
pouches
the cart.
of confused, dazed, and relatively angry bees. You don't think they'll last quite long in there, but you have temporary bee grenades.
Nice. Alright, so we got 2.
Can I just say that I'm just thinking of her like pouring them in there, and then the cart goes over a bump, and she's like, "Oh shit!" And bees everywhere. Just to let you know,
hold that
Jen.
carefully.
I'm gonna get some jars. That's what I'm gonna do next time I can. I'm gonna get some jars.
Jars.
Poke some holes in those
Kira
shirts.
the beekeeper. Knowledge nature.
Well, I don't
Go.
have any offensive spells, so I'm just gonna throw bee grenades at people.
Get knowledge nature and handle animals.
Best silver she's ever spent.
I have
Only perception
What do you
check.
do damage?
I have knowledge nature. You want me to roll perception, did you say?
Everyone roll me perception.
Oh, okay.
You have your B-nades.
Time to use them.
Does nobody have a perception thing here?
No.
No.
I don't think any of us have a
only-
perception modifier.
Only
Oh my
Bob.
god.
Yep.
And he only
I've
has
got
plus
wisdom.
2.
None of you have perception as a class skill, don't you?
Well, I
No.
don't.
Fighter doesn't.
I don't believe
That's
so.
fine. It's not important.
I certainly don't.
Kira, as you're done fiddling with your bees, you hear a shouting from down the road. It doesn't sound angry, it sounds more distressed, and then in the distance, just barely, you can see a figure waving their arms at you. You can't make out what they're saying, though.
Are they on the road?
They're half on the road, they're trying to wave you down, it appears like.
Okay. Well, wait until we get closer and everybody can see, and I'll be like, well, excuse me, what's wrong?
As you get closer, you can see it looks to be a human male, at least as far as you can tell, in dark green robes, but part of it is stained with blood, surprisingly. He hobbles towards you, there's a slight limp in his step, and as you get within earshot, he says, "Help! Someone! I've just been attacked down there, and my wife is gone. They took her.
Attacked
And
by what? Please describe more detail."
Just men. I haven't heard of anyone in these parts. There was just 2 of them, but I didn't have anything to fight them off with. And the path does split off, but it's just a dirt road rather than an actual worn trade route.
This sounds like the job for a hero!
The driver looks worried, to say the least, because the road man in front of you is bleeding rather heavily.
Well, Jenin, we do have sort of a job to keep with the cart. And
You expect me to just let these poor people here suffer?
well, you did sign a contract to not be distracted by things.
The road man is looking between you two frantically, almost desperately, though he's mostly...
And tell me, Kira,
looking
what would
to Jenin.
happen if they had some nice books that you don't have?
Well, I would never know because we would continue to be with the cart and it wouldn't matter.
As long as the cut goes down the path, I don't see an issue.
The driver looks over at you and says, "Look, we're not that far from the rest stop. If you want, you guys, you can go check it out. I'll head there or a little closer so the guards can take care of me, or is that fine?"
It's agreed then. We go help them out.
What? Oh.
Come on!
Okay.
How badly is this guy wounded? Like, is he actively bleeding out, or?
He doesn't look mortally wounded. He looks like he maybe took a a dagger to the stomach, which is extremely bad if left untreated. But
I'm just gonna say, I know this is a really bad trap, but Jenin wouldn't care.
but it definitely needs to be treated, the wound, but he's not going to be bleeding out within the next 5 minutes. He's not in danger of blood loss. Most likely infection.
Oh, I'll cure light wounds because I'm awesome like that. Assuming I can see him. Is he over 30 feet away?
He's over 30 feet, but you could hear him, so you would be able to get closer.
Okay, yeah.
I can hear that you're bleeding.
I can hear that you're bleeding.
You can hear him talking, yeah. So you can examine his injuries when he gets closer. Sejuani the heal is not gonna fly.
I mean, Kira at this point has like made peace with the fact that she's probably gonna have to go with Jenin down this path, and she takes her backpack and like gets it on, ready to go.
All right.
Come on, we mustn't dilly-dally.
Yep, that's fine. The roadman looks between you all. He's rather thankful that you've decided to help him. And he says that there's only two of them. I think they were some highwaymen, young, probably from the village off to the east. They get bad eggs a lot, but thank you. I just want to find my wife.
Yep, and he'll
Sir, we're all
very
looking for a
sadly-
wife, but you'll get one someday.
He gives you the most incredulous look. Like, what did you just say?
All right,
they-
now
they-
to go help your people. Slaps him on the back, not realizing that he's injured.
He cringes, but thankfully Bob's healing helps him out a bit. He thanks Derek profusely. He still looks a little hurt, but it's a lot better now. He'll be fine. He'll heal in time.
Okay, lead the way, Jenin.
All right.
Mhm.
Jenna takes out his sword and goes.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Kira has her quarterstaff in hand and follows.
Mace
Alright.
and shield.
So
Just
she's a little slower because she's got her backpack on, so she's basically encumbered.
Mason Shield.
Backpack on.
All right. Sejuani, you following? If you're muted, we cannot hear you.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Which one, eh?
Still on the call. Okay, weird.
Whatever, continue.
Yeah, we'll continue. He leads you along the path. It's veers a bit to the west and goes up to the edge of the forest, but not inside. There's blood and obvious signs of struggle in the area he left you. There's a dumped backpack. It looks like it's been spilled over and rummaged through. There's not much left of it. There's some clothing in tatters, and he just drops to his knees and starts examining everything that's been dropped. Like, oh no, what did they take? What did they take? And he's going through his backpack.
Is there anything missing that would help us to identify in which direction they went?
I only had I have some traveling supplies and a ring and just some. He's
And my wife.
starting to mumble now, and he's like pulling things out of his backpack. And he's listing off supplies. It looks like rope and blankets, you know, the usual stuff.
Do any of you three have any idea about where these bandits may have headed? She looks to, like, the assembled group as if asking if they have any tracking skill, because she knows she doesn't.
not here.
Let's see, I have survival, but that's... Yeah, no.
Well,
No.
survival is tracking.
Yeah, but it's +0. So I'd have to roll a regular d20. 16.
16. You can see tracks heading into the bushes, obviously, oddly enough. Not in the direction of the forest, but actually the opposite way off the road. Here,
Gonna
I'll
look
get you a
around.
page to look at.
Gonna look around. Odd.
Give me a perception.
D20 again!
Yay! Oh.
Beep. We're in the woods.
Right, did I get yours,
Y'all.
Jenin?
Oh yeah, mine was a 6.
6. Alright. While Jenin does see the tracks leading to the bushes, you don't see any figures in there. There isn't the rustling of leaves. Maybe whoever was in there got in and left. You don't see any signs of movement or life other than the bush itself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And da-da-da-da-da. Let me put you on the map so you can explore around.
Sawari, you don't see shit. Bob. Bob's got a good one.
Jenin, Kira.
Aren't I supposed to be the
morning.
blind one?
Bob knows all.
There you go, and the bush, is right here. You're on the right page? Yes, you are. Okay, good.
Bush. Bush.
Bush.
He's gonna start looking around in the bush, like.
Is this the discarded stuff here? This like green.
No, that's the green cloaked man. The discarded stuff is right in front of him.
Okay. Kira's going to attempt to help, like, look through the discarded items.
All right.
Looking for any like clues or anything that might lead towards where these bandits have run off to.
Or books.
You find bits of tattered cloth, half of a map. It looks like a coastal map. You would see these often in Darshal, usually handed out to people who travel a lot there. There isn't much left. There's some open containers of what you would assume to be rations, but it looks more or less picked clean. There's a small kit of sewing and gear, maintenance supplies in there as well, but it's rather damaged. And
Kira looks up to the green robed individual and says, I'm sorry, but I don't know where they went. I have no idea in what direction. So I don't know how we're gonna find them.
She has to be somewhere. Please help me. He's going to... I'll just turn tokens. Turn and just start rummaging through. He's pushing aside dirt, essentially searching desperately for tracks. And you know what? Roll me on the perception check.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, one better.
Woo!
7, 6, 8.
You
Yeah.
people. Wow.
Yeah, dice, you love us.
We
All right.
are oblivious to things that are happening.
Wow. All right. You hear the man mumble something as he's searching. His hands go off the ground for a second, but continue to move.
Spellcraft,
suddenly mist appears. Spellcraft that.
What is he casting, that nasty bastard?
You can tell it's obscuring mist, and it happens right all around him. Everyone, roll initiative.
What's my initiative?
Yes, turn order. All right.
Pretty sure my initiative. Oh god.
Up.
Kira is so unprepared. It's amazing.
Ooh.
Just pop yours into the turn order.
Yeah, I do great.
What is your initiative, good sir? Okay. We'll get back on the call. Oh, yeah, I think he's resetting his something. Internet. Channel. Oh, you poor man. You got a 4.
It's okay, I got a 1.
Yeah, I guess there's that. And... I need tokens to represent these people.
Kira challenges the evil wizard to a duel of penmanship. Oh god.
Oh my god. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? You don't see them, but I don't want to go back and forth between the
GM layer. Yeah.
It is the worst.
I have to do that all the time too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that.
With like Heidi kobolds and stuff.
Heidi kobolds.
Heidi kobolds.
There we go. Now I can enter your things.
It turns out Heidi kobolds are just as deadly to level 6s as they are to level 2s.
They are if you level them up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm sure enough level 1s.
That doesn't look good.
It does not. Do you have your initiative in there? Oh, hold on.
Siwani doesn't.
No. Add people to the call. There.
He did roll initiative though, so.
Yep.
Go to.
What did you get for initiative 8? Alright. Oh, perfect. Can we add Johan back to
I'm
call?
doing
There
it.
we go.
I'm doing it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mom, you're ruining the version.
You're ruining the cis aggro. Alright, I'm gonna move for a sec.
Really? Sister aggro?
Yes.
What?
But we're about to start the battle.
I find it funny that your sister like seeks you out to tell you to shut up. Like, she goes actively out of her way to be in places that you are so she can tell you to be quiet.
Yeah, it's a wondrous thing. There we go.
Seriously, if I was you, I'd just punch her.
I'm like, screw off.
Wanted to. That's a lot better. Alright. Do we have Johan back?
No.
Still calling. Okay. Calling you.
I want you.
Descending order.
I want you
Perfect.
so bad.
Phoenix, no.
Come on.
Holy
Nah,
crap, that
okay,
guy
just
rolled
gotta-
20?
Hmm?
Talking to myself.
Oh.
Answer the call, Johan.
Liz.
Use the bees, it's the only way. Indeed, water toad.
Yep, it is.
Okay,
Yes.
There we
expect.
go.
Okay. Jen, what is your touch AC?
Me?
Get in.
Yep.
It is 12.
Alright. Let me. Something flies out of the bushes, and you get hit with a sack, and as soon as it hits you, like, it bursts into goo.
Oh.
You are entangled. You take a -2 on attack rolls, -4 to dexterity, and make me a reflex save.
Aww.
Oh shit, this is already starting out fun.
Yep.
TPK!
Tanglefoot
When you look at
back.
NPC's inventories, things get fun.
Tanglefoot back, man.
Tanglefoot bag. You're not glued to the floor, so you can move, but at half speed.
So -2 to attack rolls. Got it.
And then, yeah, -4 to dexterity.
Who's the one that hit me? The one right behind me?
Yes, you could definitely tell it's the one right behind you.
I can tell where he is.
Oh, yeah, definitely, now that he chucked something at you.
He has tipped his hand.
Yep.
Not a hand to be tipped to Jenin.
Derek.
Dark.
Derek. You are in... Can you all see the aura?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. That's the obscuring mist. It obscures all sight, including dark vision, beyond 5 feet, so you cannot see more than 5 feet in front of you. However, from the sound of the Tanglefoot bag exploding on Jenin, you know things are going down.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Bless on the party.
We have been blessed.
What does that do again?
+1 to...
To attack, I believe.
Yeah, attack rolls, but not to damage.
Alright, is this 30-foot aura?
Is it? It's also like a +1 morale bonus to saves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is 50 feet.
50?
50
Okay,
feet
we'll just assume people are in it. Okay, I don't need to put an aura on you.
Yeah, everyone just gets blessed.
Yeah. Alright. And like Elf says, you keep track of the buffs. I don't want to pay attention to that. I got enough shit to keep track of.
And
Do what I want.
I'm just gonna stand here, because God knows what's going on.
Alright.
I don't know what the heck's going on.
Alright, he's there. 30. Oh. This isn't gonna go. He's probably not gonna do anything. Okay. Something gets thrown in Sejuani's direction and it erupts. Like, as soon as it hits the ground, you hear a large crack, almost like thunder.
Right.
Jenin, Derek, and Sejuani make a fort save.
Yes, I'm outside the area.
So good.
Yeah.
18. How'd I do?
You good?
16?
You good? No?
Yes. Dark 12.
Okay, you are deafened for 1 hour.
He's blind and deaf now.
-4 penalty on initiative, that doesn't
That
count.
dumb, deaf, and blind guy. Sure
You have
plays
a
pinball.
20% chance to miscast and lose any spell with a verbal component.
Fun.
That's basically all deafening does.
I'm glad that doesn't hit me.
No. I was tempted, but
You-
can't really see within the mist, so he just chucked it.
You're so screwed.
Didn't want to hit his buddy.
Yes.
But
How
you
many
can see
rounds?
him now.
You can see this guy?
Yep, both are visible.
How many rounds is that, Bear? Just...
Hello, friend.
An hour.
Oh, okay.
Asshole who hit me.
Mm-hmm.
Meet my
How
sword.
am I get you, bitch?
Alright. 20 hits.
Alright.
Roll that damage, Phoenix. What kind of sword is Jenin using?
A great sword.
Oh, he's great. He's a great sword user. Okay.
12 damage.
You hit him extremely hard. He reels back from the hit, barely standing, but he glares and spits at the ground at you.
And I glare right back. I'm gonna give him a hero smile.
Don't forget to -2 for the entangled, like for the tanglefoot bag. -2.
Yeah, I know. It would
but
be
you still
plus 9. Because
Okay.
my regular is plus 8, and -2 for the thing, but plus 1 for Bob's.
Oh yeah. Okay. There you go.
Fighter.
Sejuani.
So yeah, I'll draw my blowgun dart. I will use my swift action to activate the poison and sleep the shit out of the asshole.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Does
That
that hit?
hits. Yep.
Sweet. The DC is 14.
Okay.
Fort save.
GMO.
That dumb blind kid.
It doesn't look like it affects him.
Well, I will take
Roll for
a step back.
damage. For your
Alright.
blowdown as well.
Oh, it deals so little damage, and it's like whatever. I'll take a step into the mist because I don't want to get hit.
Good idea. Alright. This guy. What do you have, sir?
Logan plus be easy for profit.
Alright. He does his thing. And
Yeah,
Kira. Well, it's missed. He does a thing.
Okay. So Kira
Do
is
that.
going to do this. Book. Flip, 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 flip. Color spray.
Alright. You know what direction he's in. Alright.
Yeah, 5 feet, right? I can see 5 feet, so.
You can see, 5 feet in front of you, but you know he's there. Alright, what's the DC for that?
The DC is. Ooh, I'm being
17.
bad. I'm being bad. I think it's 17.
16. 16. 16.
Yeah. Well, I have
Alright.
5 in, so yeah, 16.
5 plus 1, 16.
Yeah.
Barely makes it.
No. But even if he makes it, there's something for color spray, isn't there? I think there is.
I believe so.
Alright.
I'm gonna check. Hang
Color
on.
spray.
Look it up. There are so many different effects depending
I am
on
looking it up.
Thank you.
Cannot
memorize
2
every
HP or
single
less, the
effect
creature
of the
is knocked unconscious. Okay, no, it's will negates. Never mind.
That's fine.
Damn it.
You would definitely tell you hit him. You know where he is. This guy, he is going to 5-foot step, and he had a. Okay, he doesn't have a weapon. He'll 5-foot step, pull out his sword. That's all he can do.
Oh wait, did I get a +1 for bless for that?
No, it doesn't match your DCs.
No, no. Yeah.
Okay,
Derek.
sorry. I guess I'll try to run out of the clouds because this is more blindness than I'm used to. So go right about there.
It is additionally blinding.
Alright. You can see. You know that the guy up top that Jenin is fighting looks severely wounded, and this guy got... There's a dart sticking out of him, and that's about it.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and cast Guidance on Jenin. Which, what do you want me to roll for deafened? 20%?
Roll me 1d100, anything 20 and under, you lose the spell.
Okay.
You're good.
I think a spontaneous caster does lose it. They just have to do it again.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, never mind, sorry. It's a touch-based spell anyways. I'm an idiot.
You might be able to move up to here, though.
Yeah, you can if you have
Yeah,
enough.
you can move right up behind Jenin if you want.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry.
You have enough.
fine.
enough
Just
okay.
lean on me, brother, if
Yep.
you need a friend.
Alright.
He gets
I was thinking
another
of
plus
getting-
1 competence bonus on a single attack roll.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
saving throw or skill check. So
Entangle negated.
Entangled negated, +8. Nice.
I was thinking of going to Jenin, but it's like, fuck, Jenin's crazy. Better go to the mist.
Hide in the
Like,
mist. This guy whips out his
crazy.
bow. And, yeah, this guy's crazy. Jenin, what is your AC?
Oh, it is a,
Oh, it misses.
well, it was a 16, so you know. Oh, wait, no, dexterity. Dexterity is
-4.
AC, right?
Yeah. -4 dexterity should be a -2 to your AC.
So it would be 14.
As long as it's not 8, it misses. You go,
For
bandit.
it to be 8.
Or brigand. Jenin, your turn. Time to wreck it.
Yay! Oh, wait.
I want to use a bee grenade next turn.
No,
No.
definitely not.
and no more competence bonus for me.
You miss. You
Jenin
miss.
swings, misses, and goes, I meant to do that.
He looks at you like you're crazy. Okay, so
By the way, I do have the feat of
I'm pretty.
intimidation prowess. So anybody at 30 feet around me, seeing me swinging this sword, I can do an intimidation check.
Do you
take
want to
a
do
full
an
round action, whether-
intimidation takes full round action?
No, the dazzling display. You just stand there and do
Oh,
dumb
yeah,
shit.
dazzling displays full round. Yeah.
Just
Okay.
do dumb stuff, and everyone. So yeah, what I will do is that I will move within the fog, at least around here to the edge, and cast True Strike on myself.
All right, you do so.
Okay, got that.
All right.
Okay, cool.
What are you gonna
Ghostbusters. Oh wait, wrong thing.
do? I'm gonna actually no. The mist is always centered around this guy. So pop. Time to go for concealment.
You better use those soon before I'm gonna go to the big honeycomb in the sky.
You hear a whoosh as something probably large and blunt goes in front of your face, but nothing connects. Kira's turn.
Lovely. Kira is going to 5-foot step back, throw a bell pouch full of bees.
Alright, make a ranged touch attack.
I will.
Because I'm touching you with my bees.
He gets concealment, right?
He does get concealment. Everyone in the cloud gets concealment.
Even the bees.
Oh, I rolled a freaking GM roll again.
Even the bees
There.
get concealed.
You hear... roll concealment.
Oh, okay.
Alright, yep. I was going low for the concealment for the rolls, so you hear the as it connects,
Bell
and then
pouch
the
full of
sound
bees.
of angry bees. Just gonna... Ooh.
Oh.
Alright.
I mean, it's up to
you
you what they do.
Yeah, I got it. You hear a surprised yelp, followed by a little bit of screaming. But, oh god.
I bet
Alright.
I bet none of the bandits have ever been attacked by a pocket full of bees.
I got a pocket full of bees.
Do you
Alright,
like
this-
bees?
I heard you like bees. Yeah, this guy's just gonna go at you with his sword. He doesn't think he can get away, so he's gonna go at you with all he has, which isn't much to begin with.
Right now it's 14 because of the minus the...
14 still misses.
Aha, sir! You're putting up a
Okay.
good fight! Let's see if you can continue.
He looks terrified.
Whatever your name is.
Derek.
Let's go ahead and kill steal.
Kill still.
Go for it.
The chat's all like, who even brings bees to a fight?
Does he have any misses?
He must be so confused.
Oh no, okay. Unfortunately, that does not hit.
No.
There, I must be like, this is not even a spell.
This isn't even a spell. What are you?
Whoa! This is a pouch full of bees. What?
That's why I said I'm sitting there like that. Those guys are probably like, this is a first.
Oh god. This is a night of 1,000 twos. Okay, an arrow flies past you, missing by a country mile. Jennan's turn.
It's +7 now. No! Come
Just barely
now!
hit. You just barely hit. What is your minimum damage?
2 + 9, so 7. 2 + 7.
He goes down.
7 + so 9.
You hit him and he just crumples in the bush.
Okay.
The hero strikes!
So 20.
Then Jenin turns around and looks
Okay.
at the other guy.
So,
Well done.
neighbor. Okay, since I heard bees from the center of the fuck, nope that. And I'll go and bite this motherfucker.
And bite him?
I'll use my free action to. I will just roll nat 20 because I got true strike. See if I if I crit or not.
See if you
It's
crit
not
with
going
bite.
anywhere. Did I even roll?
It's not showing up for me.
It hasn't showed up yet.
Oh, so I hit because I got strike. This is
Yeah, plus your
my-
true strike is.
Yeah, that's my damage and roll for both poisons. Both are 14.
Okay. Keep having to delete roll and put in GM roll.
I have the opposite problem.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, what are the DCs?
14 both.
Okay, he succeeds the first one, fails the second.
Yeah, I can choose where, I guess. The first one would be the con, and the second one would be the dex.
Alright.
So, yeah, he starts taking damage now, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, let's do that. Takes 2 dex damage. Fun with that.
I'm just gonna put that. Oh, he yells, what the fuck? That's all he can do right now.
Great.
This guy is going to spend a full action trying to swat at the bees and scream. He can't exactly do anything else if he's covered in bees. Kira.
Bees!
Distraction.
He could try to hit you with his club, but he's covered in bees.
Now the question is, do I want to hit him if he's covered in bees?
Probably not. These bees don't appear to be loyal to you in any way.
They are not loyal. They are not my loyal army of bees.
No.
Oh.
You have angry bees, which you just direct them and hope for the best. You have a decanter of endless water, but with bees. Just like
I don't care
been
how
boosted.
powerful the item is at level 2, I want you to have it.
What?
It'll bite you in the ass.
What
The
the-
decanter of endless
The
bees.
Decanter of Endless Bees?
Yeah.
It's an amazing item.
Mhm.
So I am
nice.
going to cast Bungle.
Ooh. Okay, what kind of save is that?
I'm gonna cast Bungle. It is a will save. So it's
Alright.
DC 16 will save, and I cast Bungle on the guy in front of me.
Okay, you have to meet or exceed. Okay, he makes it by a hair.
Aw.
Can you even see him?
It's 5 feet in front of me. The concealment is 5 feet, right?
You can see 5 feet in front of you. Everyone else
So
gets
that means that
total concealment.
so that means that she can't see her.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you cast it on him if you can't see him? Whatever.
Beyond 5 feet, they have total concealment. 50% mischance, the attacker cannot use sight to locate the target. There is screaming and bees, but you can't see him.
Oh, okay.
So you can't cast it.
So.
Yep.
So I can't cast it then.
No, because you can't see
No.
him.
Okay. Well, if he has total concealment, I can still use my staff throw. I can still do a staff throw thing.
In his general
and
direction,
roll-
if
and
you roll
roll
concealment.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll do that. I'll use my universalist quarter staff throw.
Alright, that's a touch, isn't it?
It's a touch, but it's with intelligence modifier.
She just
Alright.
throws her
God.
staff.
Critical.
Roll to confirm.
Oh,
That confirms its touch.
Yes.
Alright,
he gets
let me...
crit by a flying quarterstaff.
D50.
E50. I'm using yours.
Or it's regular, I think.
Normal. Yep. Roll it.
She's just gonna throw it. No, she's gonna like hope to God it hits. No, she's gonna hear it. Thump!
Concealment?
Roll for concealment as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's gonna ruin everything.
I picked high this time. It hits.
Cool. So it's that. Yeah.
Yeah, quarterstaff is double. Oh my god, sir, how much health do you have left? You hear a thunk and a yelp. You don't hear anyone crumpling to the ground, just bees, a heavy thud, and a ah!
My quarterstaff comes back to my hand.
Okay, he's dead. I'll just delete him.
Guy.
Derek.
Um,
How
Poor
could
guy.
this happen
Feel
to
so sorry for
me?
him.
I'm covered in bees. Got nowhere to run.
See, I
I
would've-
got hit in the head.
See, I would have said, "How could this happen with bees?"
The guy must be so confused. There's no fucking spell. How did
That guy
you?
must be so unconscious right now. That's what I think.
let's go ahead and run to where the other guy probably might still be. Or not run, but move, because I can't see that far.
You can't see that far.
Kira and the green.
Now you can see him.
Kira and the green cloaked man are just like having a duel in the fog.
Can
That
you
is
even
not a
call it a
duel.
duel?
That
Well,
is not
I
a
mean,
duel.
look, he
This
tried.
one guy's pain.
He tried to hit me with a club. He missed.
hey,
And a young,
chat called
and a
it.
young
They,
woman very amused.
chat called it.
But-
Kira and this guy was gonna have a duel.
Oh, penmanship.
I should have thrown bees at him the moment we saw him. Just bees.
Help me! My wife is bees.
Here,
Alright,
what-
When in the
that-
shop,
Derek, what are you gonna do?
someone in the shop said something like that.
I'm gonna
Could
cast
the situation
guidance
be
on
improved by
myself.
some bees? So good.
So,
I could just see that glass battles shake up the bees.
Uh,
Incoming.
Oh no, that was low. The spell fizzles. I'll let you keep it though.
yay.
How do you
it's
miss
level
with-
0, so
Oh, you're good then. Level 0, you're fine.
Well,
Okay.
fine.
I don't think you could miss with bees because if the glass still shatters, the bees could just go to the guy.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't be angry at the guy. They would just
Yeah.
be angry in general, and in mist.
Oh god, that can just.
That would be bad.
Careful! Be careful with the bees!
That guy should roll a fort save for the damage, the dex
Alright.
damage. See if he succeeds.
DC is 14, you got 14, so he does not take any
Yeah.
more dex damage.
Okay.
He's
Oh.
he's gonna 5-foot step, yell several obscenities at you for biting him, and whip out his longsword. Get in.
Sweet.
I must help the young maiden.
You have no idea where she is, but it's somewhere in there.
Maiden!
That's why I didn't go in there.
Okay, you're within 5 feet. You sort of see her outline-ish. It's definitely not the rogue man.
He's over there.
Is that a woman or a man? No, hips, chest. Kara!
Now you know how I feel.
My life is obscuring mist.
And then
Checks her 7 booty.
that was. Oh, wait, nope, that was 30 feet. I have to stay there. Because my thing is halved. So that was double move. Alright!
That's for Jen. Jenny's like the best. It's like, I'll take a free action to check out her booty. Yes, she's a chick. Okay.
There she is. Just making sure. Alright, let's get to work.
Alright,
Fantastic booty. Okay.
is that your turn?
Yeah, it was a double move, so.
Okay, got it. Sejuani!
I'll just attack him with poison. With the blow dart poison, sleeping poison.
Got it. Dex.
He took 2 damage attacks. That lowers him by 1 if that hits.
Yeah, it does not hit. No.
Okay, I'm gonna be the fuck again. Fuck that shit.
Alright. This guy's turn. He's swatting at bees. Let me look at what he has.
no poison.
Okay. Alright, dude, roll a concentration check.
Poor guy.
I know.
Not only can he, like,
Ugh.
not
You
only
hear the
is he
startings
covered
of an
in
incantation, and then it just devolves into screaming at bees. Because he failed the concentration check.
Going off.
Kira.
Oh, God.
Actually,
I mean,
no,
not-
he takes another...
Not only is he
Alright.
covered in bees, he can't see the bees.
That's fine. Okay,
No,
Kira.
he can see the bees.
Oh,
Because
bees
they're
are really
within 5
small, and
feet.
you wouldn't be able to see them in mist.
They have
Yeah.
stealth checks. Great
Yeah,
stealth.
but if you think about it,
Kira,
bees would stay
Kira
in
is
sticky
going
place.
to step up towards bee covered bee guy,
Alright.
and do like a baseball quarterstaff swing.
Alright, since you're within 5 feet, your concealment is only 20%. You only have a 20% miss chance, so 20 and under is a miss.
Da, 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 da.
That would hit. Yep.
Boom.
You're good. Roll for damage.
Hold on. Fucking dogs.
3. Come on.
Enough.
He's out cold.
Yes.
I knew it. It was enough.
He's out cold. The screaming stops and the shape falls.
And the bees
Mist is
transfer to
still
Kira.
Mist is still there, but you know magic. You have a feeling it'll dissipate within a few minutes. Derek. I'll keep the token here for the mist.
Take a swat at this guy. I
Alright.
think that's this.
Obscure mist is stationary. It doesn't follow you after you do it.
Alright, well it should be a couple of squares down then. That's fine. I'll move him like here.
Hiya.
I wish that would
The guy
hit, but
just
it does
wandered.
not.
The guy just wandered away, trying to get out of these.
Yep. Unfortunately it doesn't hit, but he's gonna try and get back at you. What is your AC?
My AC is 15.
Oh, right. He just barely catches you with his sword. And you take 4 damage. And he's gonna 5 foot here.
I
'cause
just
fuck
realized the decanter of endless bees could solve that problem with the whole like bees dying all the time.
You just have more bees.
In the real world, just lead more bees.
that. The bees are going extinct. Good thing I have infinite bees.
Magic solving all the problems.
Jenin.
Alright, so what Jenin's going to do is the only thing he can do. Go around the fog. At his slow-ass pace right now.
Yeah.
Heroically. He's going heroically around the fog.
I'm trying to go, but I'm just...
You're just strutting.
For how many rounds
With
is
the long
he
sword.
at half speed?
Tanglefoot bag? I don't know offhand.
How long does that last?
If the
I don't
Thundercloud
know
gem was
offhand.
our the Tanglefoot
The bed.
Creature is glued to the floor. No, you're not glued to the floor.
If he saves,
2d4 round. Here. You're there for another 1 round, and it'll just get brittle and flake off.
okay.
Mhm.
So you reach there. I will just. I will. What the fuck can I do? What the heck can I do? This is so sad. This fight's so sad. I'll just keep moving here. Just like, okay, I see the guy, so I'll just like step back into the mist and cast Acid Splash.
Rolling so bad. Wait, yeah, give me touch.
That hits.
Yep.
I deal 2 damage.
You're nickeling and diming him. Alright.
What?
You're nickeling and diming him down.
Totally.
Robed dead. Kira, go. I'll just draw
Magic
the
robe.
corpse.
Magic roll.
It's right there. Okay, Kira's turn.
Kira. Okay. So she's in the mist. I guess 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Throw a quarterstaff.
Train. Okay. Range touch.
This guy's getting. He took so much
Hit.
damage. He's just getting hit by everything and everyone.
That's not true. I didn't hit him, and neither has Jenin.
3 damage.
Oh, right. You
Alright.
Right.
It wins him. He's this poor guy. Alright, Derek.
Let's
You can try
go
again.
for
Here you have.
another hit, cause miss.
Yeah, my guys were rolling the same. It's like 8, 2, 6.
You should have held him so Jenny can get a hit too. So we. Oh, we can see that.
So Jim can get a hit in. Alright,
You'll
he's gonna go at Derek. And huh?
So mean.
No, and he's gonna hit the only time he's been rolling okay. And you take 7.
Oh.
Sean Connery. Oh.
Jenin.
Let's see. I can get here, but if I charge, can I hit him? Because that's the end of my movement. I'm double moving.
Double move? You cannot charge through allies, unfortunately.
Alright, then I'm just gonna get here.
Okay, that's fine.
Well,
Hello,
technically,
sir. I am your
that's
doom.
not through allies, is it?
Hold on, where did you start off from?
Right here.
Where?
Right
Oh,
up
no,
here.
you're fine. You're fine then.
Right up here, actually.
Okay, no, you
Yeah,
can
it's
charge.
not-
Charge.
Okay. Well then.
Get fucked.
Hold on, I'm about to have my merging ruined.
Get wrecked. You're a fighter, right?
Yeah, he's a fighter.
Okay. A vanilla fighter or any archetype?
I don't know. I think vanilla.
Vanilla.
Yep.
Sorry.
Straight up fighter.
Straight up fighter.
His AC is garbage, so give me a roll. Let's see. You hit.
So, oh, and 2 dex damage. Yeah, that's scrap. That's scrappier. I won.
Actually, that should be +4 on that attack roll. So that
Okay,
should
let
be
me
like-
just see how much con is. He's dead. He's very dead.
Dead.
He's dead. Alright.
Great sword.
He falls at your feet after another heroic blow from your heroic sword, you heroic human.
Hero.
And hero! And you don't hear
heroic
any other
thing.
movement other than bees, which eventually disperse.
I'm guessing.
Jenin.
I'm guessing the obscuring mist eventually disperses too.
It should in about a minute, yeah. So if you wait, it'll
Jenin lifts
go away.
his sword and goes, "The evil has been dispersed. We have done good. Where is that fine gentleman?"
What? What? Are they gone?
The mist disperses and his corpse.
Are they gone? Hello?
You don't hear any
Yes.
response.
Yes.
Oh no, we
They're
didn't
gone.
save him. We didn't save him. No. This isn't what a hero does. A hero's supposed to save them.
They didn't just
Kill the
cast
one.
spell.
I didn't see him cast a spell. I failed on my perception.
Hero was close enough to see him.
Mhm.
Okay.
Jen and
Let's go ahead and try to cure some of my wounds here.
I love how nobody's telling me no, he was a bad guy.
I
He's
can't
just
hear
letting
you.
Jenin sit there.
Oh.
right, Derek's deaf for the hour.
Kira's gonna go over to Jenin and say he was the orchestrator of this entire ambush.
Pretty bad at
was, He was in charge of the whole thing.
Really? I knew that.
Yeah.
I could smell a trap a mile away.
Sure.
I'm assuming that failed, Bear.
It failed, yeah.
By
20
the way, Kira. By the way, Kira, do you have any sort of magical gift? I heard bees.
Oh,
Well,
I heard bees.
Well, I have a few tricks. She sort of says vaguely.
You have any sort of affinity with bees? That's really weird. Never have I heard about a swarm of bees.
Alright, let's loot the place.
Hmm?
Let's loot the place.
Alright.
What place?
This whole place, all the corpses, and since, you know, this is a pile of junk that we can loot.
Okay, I'll loot whoever is close to me since Derek is blind and deaf.
Jenin doesn't know that there was bees all over this guy, so he's gonna, you know, start looting through him. Any
Alright.
alive bees that might have went into the pockets or something is probably going to stab me.
A few managed to disperse. You might anger one, which tries to get at you, but the rest just try and get away. There weren't many left after the fog dispersed. They went away.
The
When,
one.
when one of the bees just pops out, when the angry bee pops out and goes at Jenin, you hear Jenin like do this like high pitched scream and jump back 2 feet.
Alright.
It's just a bee.
It's just a bee.
You
That
don't know,
guy's
people
poor
There
go
were
concentration
more
checks.
than
Alright.
one bee.
You want your loot? I'll go through it. On the brigands, these two guys, you find a total of 2 potions of cure light wounds, which they were too terrified and being attacked to use. 5 masterwork arrows. The total of 3 tanglefoot bags. 3 thunderstones, and then leather armor, longbow, and longsword and sap.
Okay.
They just have
So
standard gear, and then
this
chemical items.
So the guy that I looted, what did he have?
That one guy had a potion of cure light wounds, 2 Tanglefoot bags, and 1 Thunderstone. And then
Okay.
leather armor and all that.
Oh, okay.
None of his gear appears to be masterwork.
I would like to retrieve my belt pouch as well.
You may, it's landing on the ground. It's a little bit in front of him. Bee flies out when you pick it up, but you're fine.
Yay.
Bee flicks you off of it as it leaves, like, you fucking bastard putting me in there.
They're bees. They don't know.
Bzz.
They don't know. They don't know any matter.
Alright,
They're just like
stupid.
okay, from...
Bees are stupid.
So yeah, that was that guy. On the guy up there, he has similar gear, Potion of Cure Light, but he only has 1 Tanglefoot bag because he used it, but 2 Thunderstones, and then the rest of his gear. Both of these guys carry 48 gold each. So you got some monies.
48?
48.
Holy sh... This
Yeah.
guy... Are they raiding random people? Oh.
Well, maybe that's why they've been raiding random people.
So yeah, it's pretty good. I'm gonna get on that. The thing.
Jenin was looking at the green robed man's corpse. He
I was
has
indeed.
40.
I was indeed.
He has 45 gold on him. He has 2 scrolls. You have no idea what they are. And
Give them
2
to the, chick.
Yep.
Elf.
and 2 flasks. He has masterwork leather armor under these robes, a masterwork club, a healer's kit, and some rope. And also on one of his hands he is wearing a strange looking ring made of, you have no idea, it might be pewter, it's a darker sort of metal.
Hey, Kira. Come here.
She comes over. She's like, yeah.
Ring, scrolls. I think that was it, right?
There's a couple flasks, and that's it.
Flasks.
Okay.
All yours.
Let me let me take a look. She looks at the scrolls first. Checking to see if she recognizes them or the spells or anything, if they're even magic.
Yep.
Do either of
Like
you two
a-
wear leather armor?
Spellcraft check, I think.
Because I do not.
You don't wear armor?
I wear chainmail. Well, not chainmail, but chain shirt.
I wear leather armor, but I'm completely dumbfounded right now, so...
I'm gonna take it and give it to.
Hey, you don't know what's going on. You're just
Sure.
so lost, it's not even funny. Blind.
Poor Derek, blind and deaf.
What's
You're
this?
You're not even.
He's just like
blind.
wandering around like. So
You're not even used to being blind, and now you're deaf. Dude.
what's on the scrolls? Bear.
Roll me a spellcraft.
Sure.
Alright, one is a scroll of Cure Light Wounds, and another is a scroll of Entangle.
Those are not wizardy scrolls. Those
They're
are
not wizardy
clericy scrolls. We have an oracle.
Here.
Indeed we do.
I'm a blind kid. Sure
Yeah.
plays me
Here.
pinball.
Hey, Derek, here, take these. And she just like walks over and hands them to him, and then goes back to the ring.
The ring, alright. Spellcraft. Roll me a Knowledge Arcana and a Spellcraft.
Cool. Knowing Arcana and spellcrafting are like 2 of my best things.
Yeah. Arcana, it has several schools tied to it. Let me...
Do you have Detect Magic prepare?
I do not.
Oh.
Then how do you do that thing?
Oh, it has a different name.
You can't determine the schools without Detect Magic, I think. So you can see the auras.
How about a Spellcraft then?
Spellcraft, I think it's the 19 or 20, whatever.
Alright, You have a feeling this ring has other functions. You can't quite determine what they are. But for some reason, this ring has the ability for the wearer to use Mage's Perusal several times.
Crichton's Perusal? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Priceless.
You know there are other functions to this ring, but you have zero idea.
It is mine, give it to me!
What did you say the scrolls were?
Kill it, Winston, and Tangle.
Yes.
This is like the Kira ring. It's like it has Kira inscribed all over it.
Yep.
Take me.
This
Lovely.
ring looks to be made of a darker metal, and instead of a single band, it looks like several almost woven together.
Cool.
Pretty good.
Well, I'm
Since
definitely.
it's magic, it'll
I'm
fit you.
definitely gonna take it. And I'm not gonna put it on though yet, because I
Alright.
don't know what it does fully.
Alright.
And it would be reckless of me to just go putting on magic items. Although I did test the decanter without knowing what it decanted. But that turned out pretty
Yeah.
well.
I don't do the thing except for that one time. It went well.
Kira's gonna sort of like roll her eyes at this point and be like, okay, we need to get back to the cart and bring it to Janvin in Norin.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be waiting for us, and I hope nothing's happened to it. And she sort of
Alright.
starts making her way back towards the road.
I guess.
It's fine, you can... Corpses are there. Nothing goes at you along the way. You assume it was a small band of people who did this regularly. That's why they have so much between the three of them.
Hmm.
Wait. Kira, do you say absolutely anything about this ring?
Nope.
Shit.
Um,
Wait, true. Could I? Well, am I allowed a perception check to notice the fact that that guy had? She was messing with a ring. I mean, she was examining it.
I mean, Jenin was like, Kira, scrolls, ring, like, you know.
Oh, okay. I'll take. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'll deal with that later.
Alright.
Go on.
Sewani, what kind of armor do you use? Because at this point I'm just holding up some armor that somebody gave me, so...
I use sorcerer armor, which is clothes and not armor.
Got it.
Or I run the chance of fail my spells, which would suck. Though I could bite people. That would work. So yeah, no. I don't use armor. Unless I get... No. Go on.
Alright, so you're making your way back to the...
To the cart.
cart? Okay.
Which is probably the opposite direction. I was
The
going the
driver.
opposite, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like going up. No, it's not up. What are you doing?
we'll just wander deeper into the forest, of course.
What's the worst that could happen?
Sounds like something Eric would do.
Well,
You know what I want to do? I want to wear armor and just cast True Strike on myself 4 times all day. Because it has verbal components only. And just bite everyone. Just keep casting it, bite everyone. Perfect.
Bite everyone, true strike everything.
You know what would
Yes.
be great if this ring was the ring of Bemunity.
You can't hit me with bees. I am immune.
Most situation, that would be the most worthless ring in existence.
You just empty over the decanter in a bag of holding with all of your stuff in it. But yeah, you make your way back to the caravan. The driver looks visibly relieved when he sees you back, but also worried because some of you are injured.
I think I'm the only one that's injured and I can't do anything about it right now, because...
Why is
Deaf.
everything so...
Deaf. Yeah.
Everything is so... Oh, elf.
Mhm.
You're a half-elf, right?
Yep.
You're immune to sleep.
Are you gonna try and sleep me? What?
You have something I want.
You can't have
Why
it.
Why else me to sleep? Stay a little time with Valindra, but yeah, he welcomes you back on. He offers to head back to the to someone within the rest stop to see if there's a healer or anyone with medical supplies, but he doesn't think so.
Well, we'll just have Derek sit in the cart, and we'll just continue. I'm sure that Janvin will have something that will be able to cure him.
All right. We'll figure it out. You're okay, and we'll just get this done and come back. I haven't heard of anyone doing this on the roads recently, so I'll let the guards know when we get back.
Yeah, I mean, there should be 3 corpses in the woods for them to deal with.
He cringes. Sad business some people get into, and then, you pack up and you're off.
No need to thank me.
He raises an eyebrow, but continues the cart along. It's starting to get dark. You think you might be able to make it to, what was that town again?
Norin.
Norin, thank you. I have several documents open.
Okay.
Norin by sundown. So you'll be able to spend the night there and then on the way back.
Lovely.
Thankfully, there are no... You don't get attacked by anyone on the way. It's relatively peaceful. There are some movements from the woods off to your left side, but nothing comes out to take a look. It's a big cart. Animals would probably be skittish around that. You eventually make it to the town of Norin. You see it in the distance as you're approaching. It is relatively small, like you've heard. Only maybe a dozen or so houses, coupled with a big building you'd assume people would rest in because it's quite involved in trade. And the driver goes to park everything and stable it, arrange for people to start moving the things once you enter. A couple Undines greet you, both with courtesy and a little bit of suspicion, but generally the populace is nice.
So,
it's dark as hell.
Kira asks for, so where does Master Janvin reside? We need to bring this delivery to him immediately.
He'll probably be just... Do you see that house? And it's not a hill, but it's a little bit of an incline. The Undine's trying to find the words to describe it. It's a tiny hill. In the house over there, he's got a basement he likes to keep things in. We don't talk too much.
All right. Well, thank you. And sort of directs the wagon driver to the house.
All right. The driver slowly picks his way through the town and over as close as he can get to the house. And a couple Undines he asked along the way to help move things. Follow along.
I love how the driver probably knows where he has to go, but Kira feels like she has to take care of everything.
Well, she's in charge, okay? So she goes up to the door, regardless of what you guys are doing. She goes up to the door and knocks.
I'm gonna
Staying by the cart
now.
I don't trust town folk.
You don't trust town folk.
Yay.
Oh god. I'll be waiting for Kira. God.
Alright, waiting for Kira. Kira, what are you doing again?
I'm knocking on the door.
Alright. There's no response.
Knock again.
What do you want? I'm trying to sleep.
You don't hear anything.
Well, he might be out, I suppose. We could wait a little while.
Could be asleep too.
Should we wait until morning?
The driver looks obviously fatigued and he just nods.
Well, all right then. Sure. We'll come back in the morning.
Oh, we've done trade with them before. It's no problem. They're a little weird, but they're honest folk for the most part.
Weird?
A little weird.
How?
A little weird.
Weird how?
He looks at you, and then just in the general direction of the village. They tend to prefer their own, and how they act around others is a little off-putting.
Isn't Derek also an Undine, though?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but Undines are like that. For the most part.
For the most part, yeah. But
Then there's Stag, which is just a whirl because he can't see and he's not used to it.
What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, there's a place I can put the cart and the horses for the night.
what do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people? You see the big building down there? It's with a big smokestack. That's where you can stay for the night. I'm sure the,
God, you don't ask them why they're blue.
You don't ask someone why they're blue.
Boo.
You can stay there for the night. They'll offer you food. It's a trade thing. It's fine. He'll
Okay,
start
I'll
driving the wagon.
while we're eating, I'll find a way to contact Kira.
Mm-hmm.
See, Kira, that ring that you found, I am magically inclined myself, and I happen to have a ring that may or may have not reacted with the presence or proximity of that ring.
How
Do
very
you mind if
interesting.
we?
I'm gonna get my charging
mind
cord.
if
I'll
we-
be right back.
Do you mind if we examine it? I'm very interested in it.
We can take a look, sure.
Yeah, there's a chance that they may be linked. I've heard of rings that are linked in different ways.
I would not be surprised if something like that were true.
It'd be very odd, but yes. So yeah, guys, what you gonna do?
So,
You gonna be filling your face with food?
so I guess we do the ring thing, and we
Yeah, well, when Bear
when
gets
Bear
back.
yeah.
Okay, ring thing.
Yeah, we're gonna try to examine the rings and
Mhm.
compare the rings, and I don't know. I'll cast detect magic if I have to. I'll point out things if I find anything, but I assume the Kira will find all the things.
Alright. Let's see. As before, you examine the rings. Physically, they're quite different. While Kira's is made from a darker metal and looks like several pieces almost woven together, Sejuani's is made of bone, actually, and it looks very aged. There are several swirling designs carved into it, and also the image of a running boar. If you want to detect magic, you sure as hell can.
I will detect the hell out of the magic, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Detect magic so hard. So yeah, I'll ask Kira what she knows. What do you know about this ring? What do you know about that other ring? Blah blah blah.
I don't really know much about it. I understand that it probably allows some use of Mage's Perusal a couple of times a day, but that's it.
I don't know what the fuck that is. So yeah,
Are they doing
but,
this off on the
I hope so. That we're not doing just in front of casting a spell at the thing. Probably not. Just shouting things. Oh, look at me! I'm doing the thing.
I mean, like, were you doing it in where you
No,
asked,
probably
or
we're doing
just-
it, but you can't hear it because we have too many books around us. It blocks down. Like, we are an Arnold shelter.
Book
It's a
Fortress.
Book
Yeah, Book
Fortress.
Fortress.
Anyway, so what exactly is happening? I'm confused.
What do you want us to do to examine these rings? I'll do-
Well, if you're doing detect magic, do the standard Arcana and Spellcraft.
So yeah, I'll do the fantastic thing of rolling my plus ones.
I don't have detect magic, so
That's okay.
You. Okay. So- Oh yes, perfect.
At least you know it's magical.
Wow.
From
we should.
uh,
When you're better prepared, we should check this out. 'Cause I lack the expertise to know anything about magic.
you do know the aura is. Let me get that. I don't want to accidentally overpower it by accident.
Overwhelming.
Overwhelming. You're blind.
We're overwhelming.
Magic item. The magic item is strong. That is the aura.
Unlimited.
So it's a very strong aura, but you can't determine the exact school or schools or what it does because 6.
Yes, because it sucks. It sucks. So yeah, Kira, I'm not like you. I happen to not know much of what I'm doing. More so than Jennings knows what he's doing, I think. Probably. We should. If you can spare the time, could you help me check these rings out tomorrow? I mean, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, of course. I want to know what it does as well.
Okay. I have I don't think I've found everything that my ring can do.
Well, I will examine it closely as well. I just need to prepare a certain magic.
Okay, thank you. When you're better prepared, I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
So, yeah, I'll keep eating out. Just grab a room or whatever and go.
Oh yeah.
Just sleep.
They have bunks for traders willing to stay, not willing, but looking to stay the night as they move their goods back and forth. So
Willing to stay.
willing to stay the night also. That is also important. But yeah, you rest fine unless anyone has anything else to do in the evening.
No,
You're a
indeed.
traitor. You will stay here right now. Come here.
You will stay.
Milling about town asking questions about the locals is probably not a good thing to do in the middle of the night, so sleep.
It's a little odd. Alright, so you wake up bright and early, probably a little earlier than you would have liked. It's around 6. People are already working, milling about, and a lot of noise. There's so much noise around here. So yeah, you are up around 6, bright and early. They offer you some food. It's rather simple. Some fish.
Nom
Fishing
nom
town
nom nom
serves
nom
fish,
nom.
who knew?
Kira finds as quiet a spot as she can and sort of does a little bit of light reading, then heads up towards Janman's place again to try and be there when he awakens.
Friendly GM reminder, are you going to prepare your spells for the day or no?
Oh yeah, I should do that.
Alright.
Me too.
You take an hour.
I will do that.
Consider that the light reading.
So will I.
Sounds good. Okay, everyone's preparing their spells.
I'll prepare my spells.
Everybody else in this campaign has
I'm
spells.
done.
Why can't I?
I wake
So
up
good.
and prepare my spells as I blink my eyes and keep going.
Alright, you're good. You blink your eyes to prepare your spells, and you're good. So
Great.
yeah, doing probably nothing for the hour that Kira's preparing spells, and there you go. You're all awake. You're all relatively together for the time being.
This is too much of a small time for me to get anything out of it. I
Probably.
would feel. I'll feel pretty bad. Feel pretty bad. Doing this to these people. I mean, fish people. What do they even do?
Let's go ahead and ask some of the locals how they particularly feel about God-touched folk.
Do you hate me?
They are somewhat puzzled at first, and before they realize what you mean. And if you ask around a lot, it seems that the general consensus is a mix of both suspicion and respect, because it's not often that someone is simply granted powers by a deity or godlike figure. However, they also have to bear the burden of having such, along with, like your curse. So it's a lot of mixed feelings, but otherwise not wholly negative. You hear about several times they've taken in similar people as, like, they've taken them in if they've been seeking refuge for a few days. And
And like, was there anything in that about what happened to them? Like, did they end up staying? Did they keep moving on?
Most of them ended up moving on, probably to go wherever they needed to go. They didn't really want to stay in a small fishing village, but there was one that stayed a while back. He's rather old now, lives closer to the sea.
Okay.
But most of them ended up staying for however long. Like, could be days, could be months, and then they left.
Cool beans.
Mhm.
So I'll head back to Janvin because
H.
I
Frozen.
have a job to do.
Alright.
I'm with Kira. I'm with Kira the whole time, going over to it.
That magic rope must have read so many books. That ring.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
So many books.
Just read all the books.
Or not read it, you just casting a not boring. Boop. Alright, so yeah, you go up, you knock on the door as usual?
Yep.
Alright. You hear a shuffling and a very faint, oh, coming! It's a raspy and sort of gruff voice, and eventually, after what sounds like the fiddling of several latches, the door finally opens. He's obviously an Undine, definitely someone of Darek's lineage, but he looks a bit older. He might be in his mid to late 30s, but he has a bit of a stooped back, really bad posture, and a cane. It's odd for someone of his age, I guess.
Master
He's
Jan.
not that old. 30.
Yeah, he's not that old, but he might have back problems or something. It's not something related to age.
Master Janvin, we came with
Fish people in back.
we came with a group from Darshal. We have the artifacts from the Temple of Nethys.
Wonderful. I'll return them as soon as possible, of course. I tend to...
However, I did want to ask you one thing, because I was going over the manifest and the list of, contents of the shipment, and I found something in the back that wasn't actually in the whole list, and I'm wondering if it's something that you ordered, or maybe that was left off the list from me, or whatever. A live carbuncle in a box.
Carbuncle. Did I? He pulls out a paper from his pocket. It's rather worn. He goes down the list and he's like, yes. I did mention wanting a carbuncle. I just didn't know how they would go about getting it, but it seems they have. I don't know why they left off the list. Maybe Darshal has something about importing and exporting magical creatures that rubs people the wrong way.
It's not for me to say. I just wanted to make sure that it was something that you were aware of.
Yes, I've been expecting it. It's been so long I forgot, but thank you.
Are we sure this is our Undine? Just out loud.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He looks like an Indian.
Are we sure this is our Undine? Is what?
So
Derek's
she
saying.
turns. She turns back to him and says, "Oh, also, if you wouldn't mind, I just have a few questions about some magical items that we've come across. I was wondering if you could take a few moments just to have a look."
Yeah. Come on in. If you go in the hallway, second doorway on the right. Yes, I'll be cleaning up some other things. He just shuffles inside.
Fine, perfect. I'll have them bring all the artifacts inside, and then we'll talk.
As he's walking, he waves his hand in acknowledgement. He's heard what you said and shuffles into a different room.
So, directing the Undine and the driver and the laborers and stuff to unload all the stuff.
Oh yeah. Yep. They do so. They're very careful.
Kira turns to Sewani and says, "This will be the guy who will know anything about these rings that you want to know."
Rings? What? You guys have rings?
Yes.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Just help them unload, and we'll be back in a second. And she sort of grabs Sewani's hand and like leads her inside.
Let's check out the rings. Whew.
Jennings just sitting here like, shit, I forgot at the end of this journey I would have had to take all this shit off.
Alright, you head inside. A few second door on the right, on the hallway.
Is Lan here? Lan, are you present?
Linus, where'd you go?
Can you hear us? Lance?
Hello.
Are you on the
He's
other
in
side?
Okay, hello.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. Were you muted?
I somehow muted myself.
Okay, cool. All right.
You good? Alright, yep.
So going inside, we head to the place we were told, the second door on the left or whatever.
Yeah, I'll let her lead me for like 50 feet and dive 15 feet and then just nod. She's crazy. It's like, what are you doing? Why you should go so fast? Okay, done.
Alright,
Chill the fuck down.
you wind up in a smallish room. It looks like either a meeting room or a place to attend to guests. There isn't much there. Mostly a couch, a couple chairs, a small table, and that's about it. There's a window on the far wall.
So the items in question, what?
Mhm. Yeah.
Sorry.
The item in
Let's see.
question. It's just that you said elf. I was like, elf, like me,
What?
like
What?
suffer from.
No, sorry, elves.
It's cool. Anyway, so
I fucked up.
she questions to Janvin, saying the items in question are this ring, and she produces the ring that she found, and Sewani here has one that creates some kind of reaction with it, and we just want to know what you think both of these items do.
Oh, by the way, Bear, have they been warm all this time?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'll point that out. My ring, apparently while they're close together, they get warm. Both of them are warm, or just one of them?
Both of them.
So
Huh.
they're obviously linked in some way.
He squints at them. Okay. If they don't do anything else while close together, have you tried wearing them and seeing if that reacts, or he's gonna.
We didn't want to test any. We didn't want to test anything without knowing full well what they did.
Ah, right.
Exactly.
Right. Could be dangerous. Yes. Where did you say you found these? He's just looking through some books that may be relevant. But
Sewani, you've had yours for how long?
For a while, it's given to me by my family.
And I came across mine on my travels just recently.
My family.
Well, I don't recognize the patterns on any of these. He's flipping through books. One is, it looks like a history book. You know, Artifacts of the Old World is written in gilded letters on the front. He's flipping through. He's like, it doesn't seem to match up physically. He's just, he has his face in his book. What did you say they do other than get warm?
Well, I know that this one, she holds up the one that belongs to her, can use several uses of Mage's Perusal per day.
He looks baffled at this.
Yeah, this one lets me know where to go, I guess. Makes sure I don't get lost. And I also think I can talk to pigs. Which is, yeah, magic rings. They come on all shapes and sizes, and some are useful, some are not.
He looks confused and leans closer and goes, well, that explains the boar image. It looks to me what you have there is a pair of rings that were obviously custom made. No one would ever want anything of the sort, especially if those two react to one another. They came, okay, these came in a pair, or a set. He's gonna start casting something. If you spellcraft, it's detect magic.
Cool.
He'll just squint.
Almost anybody would recognize detect magic.
Yeah. There you go. It's detect magic. You can cast it. It's detect magic. He'll squint at the rings again and go, Well, there's obviously very, very strong divination on it, but he'll touch one of the rings very experimentally. Nothing happens. I feel like there is some sort of connection if they're worn, but I can't determine for sure. Actually, I don't even
So what you're
know what
saying
these
is we
rings are
should
supposed to do.
we should reasonably wear them close to each other and see what happens.
I don't find anything harmful on them. It's just divination. Very strong divination.
Well, all right. And she puts the ring on.
Alright.
Yeah,
Nothing
I'll
happens.
keep my ring on. Damn it.
It is obviously warm, but nothing happens.
I don't think they do anything passively.
Bro fist.
Wondered from powers activate. Yeah, thank you, Jenin. He'll leaf through more books. It's like I sometimes hear of, sets of items for groups being made, but there's nothing that matches up in the history books around here.
Well, I guess I will have to do some research.
I enjoy your mage's perusal ring, I guess. I do dual disciplines. I dabble in alchemy, so I'm not as higher up in the arcane studies as I would like to be.
That's all right. I just thought I would look into it and for your expertise and so forth.
It doesn't seem to do anything. It seems like there's one other function, but I can't quite find what it is other than the stuff you named.
Well,
And he shrugs.
suppose I'll find out for myself.
Jenin now
It's good.
comes into the room.
He has his
Just
face
give
in his
us-
book.
Just give us a week and we'll find that these rings belonged to a raiding pig god.
A reading
Just
pig
like-
god.
He just read all the things.
That's so good.
So Jenin comes into the room, you said, Phoenix?
Yeah, and he's kind of out of breath. He's like, all the books are off the card.
Good.
Oh god.
It's done, Darren. Derek's probably not far behind Jenin.
Well done, Jenin. We'll be headed back soon.
Okay. Outside.
Oh, wow.
I'll just wait here. I'll interrogate the pigs and see if they know about this.
Interrogate the pigs.
No.
Okay.
Wait here. I'll interrogate the pigs.
Oink.
The ring lets you talk to pigs.
So yeah, Janvin seems to have not forgotten you were there, but he's very, very into this history book he's flipping through, but he doesn't seem to be successful. He's making several frustrated noises as he goes back and forth through the chapters. It doesn't look like something from here.
It's the wizard's way of saying fuck off.
No, he occasionally glances at you. It's fine. He gives you a smile, but
Janvin,
he's still
please
trying to find out what they do.
Let me know if you find anything. I'll be in this town for a day or two, and then we'll be headed back towards Starshaw.
He nods several times. I'm no master of history, but I'll see what my collection
If
can...
nothing else, when I return, I'll check at the Temple of Nethys.
Yes, they'll sure to find something. He'll, go into a different room. I mean, you're free to walk around or leave. He honestly doesn't care if you're walking
She would just
around.
leave at this point in time and find somewhere to sit down,
Right.
near the cart or somewhere, like a public
yeah.
area, and just do a little bit of research on our own.
Kira, do you think you would have access to the books that we just brought here?
I'm
Do
sure
you
if
know
you
when-
I'm sure if you want to read them, that Janvin will be happy to share them with you. I already kind of had a look on my way here.
Yeah, you have the inventory list. I assume that you may find something that might help us there.
Here, and
Now they have the
she
inventory
she hands you the list. Like, take it and take a look around.
I'll stare at it for a while, completely lost as to all the fucking books, because I don't read shit.
There's a lot of books. Mostly transmutation and divination.
Transmutation and you.
Yep. Transmutation. What is it?
Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such films as Divination, How I See Your Mom in the Shower.
Oh my god.
How I see everything. I'll just hand her the paper bags. Like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna do this right now.
Takes the paper bag. Okay.
I don't even know where to start.
What are Jenin and Daharak doing during this whole time?
Sitting on the cart drinking some water.
Derek's not
So
wanting
good.
to get too far from the cut, because...
Cut deaf, dumb, and blind, kid.
It's empty, but you could sit in it now.
This is true.
I can. And there's
Yeah.
shade because there's a top. So that's what I'm doing.
Exactly. It's a covered top. There you go.
You're just chilling in the wagon.
I just brought all that shit from inside that wagon into the house. I am now sitting in this wagon drinking some water, hanging out.
Oh
My
yeah,
job
they
is
offer
done.
you water. It's
Yeah.
fairly hot out, and everything smells like fish and salt.
And I've
Uh,
probably taken my ring out of my pouch at this point and playing.
All right,
'cause
it's warm.
ring.
I always have my ring on. Helps me
yeah,
sleep. Helps me sleep at night.
everyone has rings. Anyway,
Apparently.
Wonder quadruple powers activate.
Captain Planet.
So Derek, you took yours out of your pouch.
Yes.
All right. Are you just holding it with you, or?
Yeah, I'm holding it, playing with it.
Jenin's thinking it's just the sun. That's the reason why it's hot.
That is a completely valid observation.
Yeah.
I have no reason to see that as incorrect in any way.
Kira, how do you feel about wearing the same rings, both rings? Do you think we should try it?
We're the ring club!
Where's the ring?
Are you
No,
asking
one
if one
person-
person should wear both rings? I don't think that's a good idea.
No.
They explode.
I don't think I would do that.
I don't know. We can try it.
Research.
Both rings at the
research.
same time. Ultimate power.
I think we should just wait until we make it back to the Temple of Nethys, and then ask them.
Yeah. I guess. I feel like.
If anybody's
Feel
gonna
like a
know,
person,
if
like-
anybody's gonna know, it's the Archivist.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm just saying, you don't need to rush
Feel
these
like-
things.
Yeah, okay. Like, out of character, I just feel like if somebody came to me and started asking, like, oh yeah, you should maybe check this book on medicines. Like, what? No. Thank you.
No thanks.
A
I'm
doctor
good.
said, it could be all of these things. You're just like, shit, I'm like, methodology and like all the things, but freaking medicine, and you're like, thanks, no. I'll wait.
I'll pass.
Yeah. No, you should start somewhere around here.
I thank you, kind sir, but I would
Okay.
like you to fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't even know what type of this is.
You hear occasionally the croak of a carbuncle, but it eventually silences as it gets put in a room.
Carbuncle.
If you said it, when you said maybe it was something for me, I almost gave it to you, and I'm like, nah, you got a decanter. You don't need a carbuncle.
Carbuncle.
Almost.
Wow.
That could be a sitcom. Me and my carbuncle.
Carbuncle familiar.
Carbuncle be.
Yep,
Cleaning
carbuncle
up
familiar.
bullshit.
Why would you ever?
Why would you ever have one of those? Being appropriate.
This is a story
anything.
all about how my life got tipped upside down. I used to be a wizard, and I'd read right here, tell you how my carbuncle. Oh,
Okay,
I
that
got
didn't
nothing for
didn't
that.
Really work out.
I got nothing for that. Yep, I tried.
guy-
You fell flat.
Magnets. How the fuck did
Guys,
that work?
my Firefox crashed, so I gotta
I know,
restart
you
it, get
disappeared.
ready.
Reload it. I'm
And-
not asking for any rolls.
And we're probably like close to done, I would imagine. Just
Yeah. This is
because
closing unless you do.
We're
a thing.
sitting on like the last 20 minutes, and there's really nothing else that I want to do. So
Yep.
I don't know if anybody else has anything they've got sort of planned, but
I want to go to bed.
I don't know, how big is this place? How big is the town?
Norin,
Like, right now?
tiny fishing
Yeah.
village.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
about 12 homes and a large,
Sweet.
place
There's nothing I can do.
Sweet. We can end it here if you want. It's a good place to
Sounds
cut off and then.
sounds reasonable to me. Let
Alright.
me kill it for the archive viewers, the local recording. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you in part 2 next week. Dun dun dun. All right.